Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to another edition of the United Gamedom podcast. This time it is really episode 80 and not fake episode 80. It's the 80th episode already of United Gamedom. I'm Dennis. I'm your host for this one. And I am accompanied as usual by England's own. No, it's not England's own, but it's
No, 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 no. Don't you dare mix me up with England now.
no, it's my good buddy Darren who's here with me, with you, with all of us. How you doing, Darren?
I'm doing good off this tonight, so I don't have to rush things. Luckily, so I don't.
Yeah, like last time
I've
we
done
kind of rushed.
pretty much had to book a leg it pretty much as soon as we were finished the E3 one because it was like 9 o'clock or so, and my taxi comes like 15 minutes after that, so I pretty much had to leg it. But I'm off tonight though. I'm back in tomorrow night though, but at least I have my 2 weeks off in the summer to look forward to. I'll be off 2 weeks today, which is great, but it'll go too fast as usual.
Yeah, and I will be off next week at this time, so I'll be off for a week. So that will be a nice, relaxing little week to hang around and do stuff. Not going to do a whole lot, not going anywhere, just do some stuff in the house and visit some people maybe, but nothing too spectacular going on during that week. I'm off 2 other weeks in August, so that'll be the vacation aspect of it. So
Yeah, I was considering going somewhere though during my time up, but I was like, nah, I kind of want to stay because there's a few games I need to catch up on this year that I definitely need to go back to. Nino Kuni 2 and Yakuza 6, which we'll definitely be talking about because I know you've been playing. You pretty much finished the game, so
yeah, I finished it.
which is that's like I only played a couple of hours of it back when it came out though, but then just other games came about and I haven't gone back to it since. So but
I have my reservations about that game, but we'll talk about that in a couple of
we'll get into detail soon enough.
couple of minutes. So yeah, there's the whole summer backlog thing going on because nothing is coming out really these days. So kind of catching up on some stuff, playing some stuff that I hadn't played yet, but we'll talk about that. We'll be talking about some Netflix stuff that you and I enjoyed in the past week.
Particularly just maybe just the one show though
Yep.
that came back there last Friday a week ago now.
Yep.
So it is, which is great. It's pretty much like one of the only shows on Netflix that I watched. Like I haven't watched all the Stranger Things. I haven't watched all the Orange is the New Black, despite the fact that I started watching it from the start and got to early start of season 3, and then I just stopped watching it for some reason.
You did watch Black Mirror though, so that actually counts
Yeah,
as Netflix.
yeah, that's Netflix. Yeah, because it is Netflix now. But the original first 2 series was just
In England.
on national. Yeah, terrestrial TV, but now it's Netflix exclusive as well. But yeah, I actually watched the USS Callister episode there again, so I did, which is I still think that episode's brilliant. It's my favorite episode of season 4
Okay.
by far.
That's cool. Again, I can't wait for that show to come back. But we'll be talking about another show called Glow a little bit later on about that. But we'll start with video games, I guess, because we've been neglecting that in the last real podcast we did, not the E3 stuff, but I think we only talked about God of War, pretty much.
Yeah,
So,
it was a few weeks after it came out, and that's pretty much the majority of what I played during that thing. I had a few other games to play though, but just just wanted to focus on that game because it was the big game to talk about. And like you said, I platinumed the game. I don't know if I probably did say I platinumed that during that time.
yeah,
So I did, yeah. So I platinumed that game. Still it's probably still my favorite game of this year thus far.
yeah, it
So
is mine. It's mine for sure.
But the thing is, I haven't really played a whole lot from this year
Yeah.
though. I've only finished 3 games this year thus far, which is really bad for me.
Is that your usual average midway
Yeah,
through the year?
yeah. I've usually finished more games from this year, uh, from a year at this point. Like not a whole lot more, but like at least a few more though. But I've already finished three, which are Monster Hunter World, God of War, and a game that I played there a few weeks ago that we'll talk about, Celeste.
Can you actually really finish Monster Hunter World, or does it just continue on?
I finished the story mode. I consider that like the campaign of it. I finished it now, but like in terms of can you finish it, not really. Like there is like a lot of stuff to do post game now, but you know, like in Destiny and stuff
Yeah.
like that, it's like certain games like, oh, I finished like the story mode, quote unquote. I've done that in Monster Hunter, so I finished that now.
Okay. So yeah, we'll be talking about video games. I guess we should probably get into it now. So you want to start with maybe one? We'll go maybe back and forth. Maybe talk about.
Yes, go back and forth here. I'll probably talk about the game. I was playing around at the time though when we were doing the E3 one. It's been a few weeks now since I played though, but I think I'll just get it out of the way first. It is Celeste.
Hmm.
This game came out, I think, at the end of January, start of February this year, so it did. And I think first time I seen it was I was one of those Nintendo indie directs now. And I seen it and says, this looks pretty cool. It's like looks nice style, nice little, pixel art style, just very a platformer. And it got really great reviews. People say this is one of the best games of this year. But the thing is that will probably put a lot of people off is it is hard as hell. And oh boy, is it hard as hell.
Hmm.
This is not an easy game, no. Like, especially if you plan to get every single collectible in the game. Like, there are 8 chapters overall, and each chapter has a number of strawberries. I don't know why it's strawberries. I think that it says something about it in the story itself. And some of the strawberries in the game are actually, they're easy to get though, but there's other ones that are like you have to go through these like little obstacles and stuff like that to get, and then you have to go back a little though, because you don't like activate the strawberry as soon as you get it though. Sometimes you do, but other times you have to, progress backwards to this little bit of the screen you're on, and then it pops up, oh, you got the strawberry. There's that. There are cassette tapes. There's one in each level now as well, which means once you get it, you unlock the B side of a chapter, which is pretty much the same sort of chapter, but it's like more difficult. It doesn't have any collectibles now. It's just basically you just persevere and try to get to the end of that level now, and at the end you get a heart. So you do, I think it's like a red heart now, I think it is. And the other thing you get in the normal version of it is you get a silver heart. So you do that. They're like hidden in each level as well. And I used a guide though to get them though, because especially I think it's the last in chapter 7 now, where you pretty much have to do this like these different various things throughout the level to get to the silver heart in the end. And it's like, I wouldn't have figured this one out though. I definitely had to look it up now.
Hmm.
And then chapter 8 is you can't actually unlock chapter 8 until you actually get, I think it's at least 4 hearts from the previous chapters. And then once you do that, then you can unlock chapter 8 then. And also the B side for chapter 8 is, if you don't get it now, if you have to unlock every single heart in all the previous chapters, including the B side, in order to get it as well. And then once you beat all them now, all the B sides of each chapter, then you unlock the C side of each chapter, which are even more difficult versions of the chapters, but they're not as long. They're pretty like short in comparison, but the fact is they're like just like the hardest of the hard. But I have not tackled them because I seen them online what they are, and oh boy, I'm never gonna finish them. Like I finished A side and the B side, and it's like, yeah, I'm done. I'm happy enough with this here. I died numerous times. Some parts of some stages are more like no tricky than others. Like one of my sort of hates in a platformer now is it has to do with stuff like springs or stuff like that, where you have to, when you're like on a spring, you're jumping on a spring or something more like a it's actually a cloud in this case now in Celeste. You have to sort of you have to like jump on, and you pretty much have to hit the button at like a perfect time in order to get like the momentum and jump higher than you usually do. And I was sort of losing it though during a part in chapter 7 where I had to jump on a bunch of from one cloud to another, avoid like these spikes and obstacles and stuff like that. And like 50% of the time I'd get it all right, and the other 50 I would just like die. It's like, I don't know how I'm pressing at the right time again, but I'm not getting the momentum to jump over the spike. I'm getting hit by the spike like the spike tower, whatever you want to say, every time, and I was just losing it. It took me ages to do that part. And it is just a very difficult game now. Like, you would never want to play this game.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it, for sure.
Like, if you loved like Super Meat Boy, it's pretty much one of them.
Okay.
Although there's the difference between this and Super Meat Boy is I actually finished the B side of this, where I don't know if I actually finished the main story in Super Meat Boy. I don't think I did now. I think I got to the last level of it, but I never beat it though. But it's like years since I played it though, so maybe after finishing Celeste here now, I could actually go back and might try them out now. But it's kind of one of those sort of like, you know, psychotic flipping sort of really hard flipping platformers now, where half the time you sort of have to make, you know,
Perfect
picture perfect jump, and certain parts of the levels as well where you pretty much have to, like, you know, dash through and then jump dash, like it's like these fucking completely surrounded by spikes, so, and you have to sort of hit each thing perfectly though, and it's like certain times in this during those like big sites, so it's like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. No, I'm just stuck here for 10-20 minutes so, and then somehow I just, you know, persevere and actually do it though, because holy crap, this is one of the hardest games I've ever finished though. Like, this is harder than, like, you know, Souls games or anything like that now. Like, at least in Souls games you can figure out a pattern and stuff like that, whereas in this here it's like, okay, I know what to do, but sometimes I still screw up for some reason, because you have to be perfect to get through this, like, you know, long course, this long screen of up and, like, you know, various obstacles and stuff like that. And the thing is, like, you only have like one hit though, like boom, you're hit, and then you have to go back to the start of the area, especially if you get hit at the end, and then he's like, oh man, I have to do all that again now, and it's just, you know, just really frustrating though. Like, I think the game is excellent. Like, if you like that kind of game, it is an excellent game, but holy crap, it is hard.
Yeah.
Like, you play this girl, the Celeste, the actual title of the game, Celeste, is like, I actually thought originally that was the name of the character.
Okay.
Like, when I first heard about it, that was actually the name of the character you play as, but it's not. You play as Madeline.
Okay.
The mountain, Celeste is the name of the mountain that she's here. She's here to climb the Celeste mountain, and I'm not getting into the story though. But it actually takes. It's a quite an interesting story though. It's something to do more with, you know, kind of, you know, your mental sort of issues, I guess you could say, because you come across like this, like, you know, her other side of her, and it's pretty much kind of like, you know, I'm talking like she's like talking to herself. She's like has her like this, you know, certain mental issues kind of thing, like, you know, the bad side of her, like, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And something like that. It's really interesting though. Like, it's like a really interesting sort of story. It's not like, you know, marvelous or anything though, but it's like it's a nice little story in this sort of game anyway though.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, like the music is excellent. I really like the music. So I do, and it's a really fun game to play though. Like I I think I've died several thousand times.
Oh, really?
Overall
Oh,
during my
okay.
yeah, like the last couple of base, I think it was 7 or 8 now. I think 7. I think I died like over 1,000 times, and a good chunk of that was that like one little stretch where I had to like jump in the clouds and stuff like that, and I really hated that though.
Hmm.
Like I would never touch this game again now because those parts were just way too like
You
they were
liked
just
it, but
too
it's too
difficult.
too difficult to jump
Yeah,
back in.
but yeah, it's like too difficult, and I will never go back. Of like I gotta commend people who can do this though, pretty much easily enough though. But they're like masters.
Hmm.
Like if you go online now, and look at the chapters, like say chapters like 1 or 2, and then like look at the B side, and you can say, okay, I know why it's more difficult now. And then you look at the C side, and it's like, holy crap,
Hmm.
how can anyone do this? It just looks really difficult. Like I watched the like chapter 8 was tricky though, but I think chapter 7, the B side, was probably the hardest for me. Like the last chunk of it, like the first like part of it wasn't so bad, but the last part of it was just tricky with the fucking clouds and that there.
Hmm.
And like the chapter 7 is like you in chapter 7 now you go through sort of each section again, like kind of each sort of theme section of the like each of the previous chapters. Like chapter 3, you're in like this hotel CR, and then once you and like this with these like dark blob things, like globs and stuff like that there. And then chapter 7 you visit that there again, and you visit like just like the sort of the aesthetic of each previous chapter though. And then in like the final chapter, like the final part of it's like you're kind of going towards the summit now, because chapter 8's like you're in the core, like you're inside, and you traverse through lava and stuff like that
Hmm.
now. But yeah, it's an excellent game. Derek actually gifted me it for my birthday, so that's how I got it
Okay.
though. So yeah, he gifted me Night in the Woods last year, and it ended up being like my second favorite game of the year. This is not my favorite game of the year. It's probably not even my second. It's still a great game though, and recommend it for those people who do like their sort of
Tough
hard,
stuff.
tough as nails platformers now.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's just a really tricky
Yeah.
game, so it is. But yeah, that's Celeste.
All right. So still top 5 maybe so far.
Yeah, like I already finished 3 games this far though. I don't know. I'll have to play
So it's
more.
by default in
I
the
don't
top
know.
5.
It's in the top 5 at the moment
Yeah.
though, because of hot like I've played more games from this year, but I've already finished 3.
Hmm.
But yeah, but it's probably not going to be in the top 5 by the end of it though. It'll probably still be in the top 10. I still really liked it, but it's just, oh boy, it is a really hard game
Yeah.
though. Like,
I think sometimes that takes away
and
from the enjoyment of. It's fun to have hard games, but I mean, if it takes away from having fun with it, I don't know. I don't think that's good for any game, to be honest. But you know,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I did enjoy playing this here though, even though I did get annoyed sometimes. But that's the difference between like this and say like Wolfenstein. I enjoyed playing this,
hmm
despite its problems. I didn't enjoy playing Wolfenstein.
yeah.
The new classes.
Even though it's
That's like the
like a little
difference.
easier than that game, it's not as good.
Yeah, it's a lot easier though, but I just got annoyed because what the actual gameplay
Yeah.
of the new classes I did not enjoy overall. Whereas I enjoyed the gameplay of this here. It's like just simple. You just jump and dash. That's pretty much it. And through like obstacles and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But like I said, it's more simple gameplay though. But I enjoyed it overall more.
Cool. Well, that's cool. I guess I'll talk about my big game that I finished that I spent maybe too much time on, Yakuza 6,
The
which
Song
the
of
Song of
Life.
Life. which is the swan song for Kiryu,
Yep.
Kazuma Kiryu, who is the main protagonist, has been the main protagonist from 0 to 6, pretty much.
Yeah, he's the main protagonist of the Yakuza
Yep.
series.
I'm not gonna reveal anything. I'm not gonna spoil anything. You're gonna have to find out on your own what happens to him. But
Of course, I'm not gonna say I don't know what happens anyway because I
you don't
haven't
know what
looked it up.
happens.
But no, like I just know, I watched, like, I read the previous, the sort of reminiscent stuff, like
Hmm.
what happened in the previous games now, like from 2 to 5.
Yeah.
Because, like I say, I've only played through Zero and Kiwami, um, but I'm definitely gonna play the other ones anyway because I fucking love Zero and I quite liked Kiwami, and I'm looking forward to Kiwami 2's out next month.
Yeah, I loved Zero. Couldn't get through Kiwami for some reason. I couldn't bring myself to finish that game. It just, I don't know, it just got boring after a while.
Yeah, like the story wasn't clicking as much.
Yeah.
So, like I think it did get pretty good towards the end now. So it did.
Okay.
Like what happens at the
Yeah, I
end now,
know,
especially,
I
like
know what happens and everything, but it's.
yeah, but you didn't. Yeah, but you just, it wasn't hooking you as much as Zero though, because that is one of the big things about Zero, is it's just the way the story hooks you,
Mhm.
and of course like the various side activities like the cabaret club and stuff like that as well gets its hooks on you as well. Which I said, like, it's coming back in Kwame too, which is awesome.
Yeah, it seems to be coming back. I saw that trailer finally. So this has to do the story. I won't say too much, but it has to do with Haruka Sawamura, who is the like Kiryu's. She's almost his daughter. She's not his daughter for
Yeah, it's pretty much like, kind of say, you could say
adoptive
it's like
daughter.
adopted
Yeah.
daughter pretty much, because he is pretty much a father figure to her. So he
Yep.
is.
So at the end of Yakuza 5, she's a idol. They call her an idol over there, like it's some sort of like American Idol over here or something like that.
Yeah, it's his, and I like that's like a kind of like music star and
Hmm.
stuff like that. So it is.
So she kind of reveals who Kiryu is, and that he's a father figure for her and everything. So she has to step back from the whole situation and the whole pop star thing, and she has to take a step back and renounce all the whole thing. And something happens to Kiryu, of course, at the end of 5. So you
Yeah.
kind of find out at the beginning of 6. He's fine, of course, because you play as him in the game. But yeah, he's fine, and then you go through his story. You go around from uh, not Karamucho. Is it not Karamucho? What is it?
Yeah, that's
Karamucho.
Karamucho.
Yeah, I thought I had it wrong. Karamucho and
No,
Okinabara. You go to
no, it's not. Is it not Orimichi?
Onomichi. Yeah, I'm sorry, Onomichi, because you do go to Okinabara a little bit. Um, you go to Onomichi. You kind of spend your time between the two places, though I think most of the game is in Onomichi. Um, like almost all of the side stuff is in Onomichi anyway, so um,
Okay.
you kind of spend your time between the two places, and you get involved. Of course, it's the same Yakuza thing. You get involved in something that doesn't really, you know, pertain to you because you're. I don't want to, because if I talk about the story, I'm going to reveal the punchline, like the punch of the story, and I don't want to. So I'm not going to go too much into detail.
Well, I think I know like the early beats of it though. Like something happens to Haruka
Yeah,
now, and you find out that she has a son. Like
exactly.
that's
Yeah,
pretty much known.
Haruto.
So it is. And you pretty much like look after him
Mhm.
now. But like other than what happens sort of after that, what the events occur sort of after that, then I don't know.
Yeah, you get involved in all sorts of stuff, and you're looking for Haruto's father, to see who he is and what happened and why somebody did something to Haruka and who did it and stuff like that. So you go around, looking for that. Uh, I did enjoy the story. Like I did at some point, the story kind of, like in the middle chapters, it kind of gets very like, okay, go here, do this, fight these guys, go back, come here.
Yeah, like nothing eventful
Yeah.
happens.
So it's like, oh, okay, well. And then you get to a place and no, that's not his father, and nope, no, that's not his father, and nope, that's not his father. It's like, okay, come on now, let's just tell me who it is. I knew it, like I kind of called it who his father was, but it's
As a character we know.
it's a character from six.
Oh, it's just a character from
Yeah, he
six.
hasn't been
Okay,
in
so it's
any
not like that.
other Yakuza
Okay,
game, so at least
but you pretty much had an idea who it was before
yeah,
it was revealed.
yeah, who it was when you kind of come across these characters. That character in particular, I knew, there was something up with that guy, and I had suspicions, and I was right. Um, so anyway, that's pretty much the gist of the whole thing, and there's a whole, of course, Yakuza thing going on in the background, and there's families involved, and all sorts of the Tojo clan and new clans being involved in this also. Uh,
Yeah, I think the triads involved in
the
this one,
triads in
aren't they?
there.
Yeah, Chinese
Yep,
triad. Yeah,
the Chinese mafia, if you prefer. They're in
yeah.
there. There's all sorts of, I mean, the ending is really, I think it's some of the most touching stuff I've seen in this series. Well, I haven't played a whole lot of games in the series, but I mean, it's pretty touching what happened at the end, and there are some Metal Gear ass cutscenes in this game. It's like there was some time that I didn't even touch my controller for 15, 20 minutes, maybe. Like there are some really, really long cutscenes at certain
But that
points.
was like the ending of Zero, though. Like once you finish
Yeah.
Zero, like that's pretty much like the end. All of that ending's like practically an hour. So
Yeah,
it
this
is.
one's pretty much the same thing. There's the ending, then there's a credits, a little bit of credits, then there's a post credits thing that lasts maybe
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes, and then there's a bunch of stuff that happens that you don't even touch the controller. So it's like you just sit back and watch the movie, pretty much. So, um,
Yeah, but that was in the case of Zero as well. Like I mentioned, like there was a few long cutscenes there as
mhm.
well.
But in this one, there's like a couple of moments. There's like a good 10 to 15 minute cutscene smack dab in the middle of the chapter, and then at the end of the chapter and stuff like that. So it's kind of weird. Like it remind me a lot of Metal Gear in certain aspects of it. So um, and of course there's some mini games in this. There's some side stories which are some of them are really good. Like there's two or three of them that I really really enjoyed. There's one in particular that ties into Yakuza Zero. Actually, there's two of them that tie into Yakuza Zero, which I won't spoil for you, but it was really cool to come across those characters. I was like, holy shit.
When are they in later chapters now? When you
They're in
unlock
later
them?
chapters, yeah. I'd say maybe.
Okay, because I think I've only gotten to chapter 2, and I think I might have done one or two side stories.
Okay. Yeah, I think the side stories don't start to appear until, yeah, maybe one or two, because you have the epilogue, the prologue, sorry, and then you have chapter one, two, and I think they start in two or three or something like that. And
Yeah. Like I think I've gotten to chapter 2 or 3. Like I did the like I downloaded the prologue
hmm
demo, so I did, and then once I got the game, it was able to continue on from my
No, that's
progress in
cool.
the prologue. Is
Okay.
what then I think got to chapter 1, and then like, it was a point in that there where I couldn't continue,
hmm
and I had to wait until I got the game, and I was able to continue then.
Okay.
I like games like to do that now where they have the demo and like a prologue demo kind of like that. Like a game I will talk about soon. Octopath Traveler is pretty much the same way where you can play the prologue for it now and then you can continue on with it once the full game comes
hmm
out. I do like games when they do that.
Yeah. So it's kind of there's the whole side stories again that you can do, and there are the side the like the side stuff like the karaoke is there. There's still Now there's a chat thing that you can do, like with ladies in the chat.
Yes, I did that now, so it did.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like it's just like kind of live chat thing where you're in a chat room with this woman and you basically
Yeah.
type chapter. She's like sort of stripping down and stuff like that. It's like
Yeah.
webcam stuff. It's like it's pretty funny
Yeah,
though.
it's the whole.
Some of the dialogue you hear from other guys, some of their usernames are like, it's like, yep, that's definitely the case. You definitely see that in a
Yeah, in the live chat thing.
room.
It's. I mean, it's really, the dialogue is what is the whole cue of that thing. It's some
Yeah.
funny stuff. You get in Onomichi you get the sword fishing, which you can that you can do, like you go underwater and you fish with a spear. Like you can
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
is it sword fishing or spear fishing? I don't know what they call it. It's one or the other.
I think it's the spear fishing. I think
Spear
it
fishing.
is.
Okay. Like you just like kill fish with your spear, and then you get a final boss at the end of the at the end of the thing that you need to kill, and you have trophies associated to that, and some of the final bosses in some of the areas tie into other mini games like baseball and stuff like that. It ties into that. I kind of enjoy.
Which I know you want to get though. Like
Yeah,
you want to play the baseball mini game. Now, when you were talking about it's like what the home run derby stuff, but then I realized, oh yeah, that was actually a little baseball mini game in this
yeah,
one,
like a pretty much a
where it
simulator of
was
the.
yeah, you're pretty much supposed to unlock at a certain point, but the character didn't show up for you, and then eventually it did towards the end of the game.
Yeah, I said, when I got to the like they warn you, okay, if you do this, you won't be able to come back. So
Yeah, the point of
the
no
point of
point of no
return. So it's
return.
like, okay, well, I'm gonna go around and try to do as much stuff as I can. So that's when I started walking, and I finally came across the freaking guy from the baseball thing, and I was like, oh man, finally. So I did all the baseball stuff like in one go. I didn't finish it because the final team you go up against, it's fucking impossible to beat them. Like it's really impossible. Uh, I recruited like really good baseball players, and I still cannot beat the top team. Like my pitcher has A's everywhere, like every category, like A everywhere, and I can't beat these guys. I was winning by 5 or 6 runs, and they came back like they scored 7 in 1 inning, like all back to back. He just came back and
That seems kind of bollocks. That just seems, yeah. That's kind of systems just seems to be cheating on
yeah, I
you.
was like, am I supposed to lose? Is this supposed to happen? I wasn't sure. Like the first game, you're supposed to lose because I was leading like by 7 or 8 runs, and they score because you're supposed to lose. That's what unlocks the mini game, like the very first game you play. But that last one, I kept losing and losing and losing, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna waste my time because you have to play a ton of games to upgrade your players. It's not like the clan battle thing where you can put in your own um, XP that you win. You can give it to your fighters to make them stronger. Here you can't do that with your
Okay.
baseball players, so you have to play game
Yeah,
after
you pretty
game
much
after
have
game.
to grind
Yeah,
and do more games to like level up your baseball
yeah.
players.
At first it was fun, but at the end it got really. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I really don't. So
Like, what does it work? Is it just like, do you actually control like hitting the ball, or is it just like a simulation
it's a
thing?
simulation thing. It just goes by itself. Like you
Oh,
can
okay.
substitute players if you want to, like pitchers or fielders or whatever, but you can't. Um, well, you can come to bat at one point. Like at one point it will say batter up, and then you can hit the ball. Like mostly it's when Kiryu comes up to bat that you can control.
Okay, yeah, like you can do that there, you control that there apart with Kiryu, but like you can't like do anything else now. It's just everything else
Yeah,
is
you
just
just hit the
simulated
ball.
though.
That's pretty much
Just
the only thing.
depends on yeah, it just depends on your stats now. The other players where this guy's gonna hit it or not.
Yeah, like Kiryu pretty much hits home runs every time. So it's pretty much very easy to hit with him. But sometimes you'll hit as other players. Like when it's a really like you have bases loaded, then another player is going to come on, and then you're going to hit as him. So, they all have their own abilities and powers and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. It's a very nicely fleshed out thing, but it's very frustrating and it gets long in the tooth at the end. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna finish this. I don't want to spend too much time on this. So I just continue on with the story at that point. I did the clan battle thing. I did all of it. Like I finished it completely. Where you have the New Japan Pro Wrestlers that form the Justice like clan that you have to bring down, and each of boss is like a pro wrestler from New Japan. Like you can
Yeah.
have all the popular guys from today, pretty much, are pretty much in the
Yeah, like some of the older ones like Tenzan and that there, and then there's like, Okada, Naito, and Tanahashi.
yeah. It's like and when you beat them, they join your clan, which is cool. So you have them in your clan fighting the other guys, which is very fun. Like that one was easier than the baseball because at the very end I had a very big clan and you can recruit some people on the street. Like some people will come up to you and start fighting you, and if you beat them, you recruit them in your clan. You can recruit people from sub stories that'll come join your
Yeah,
clan.
it's sort of like the cabaret thing though
Yeah,
in Zero, where like you come across ones in the street, and also you lock one from sub stories not there, so it's pretty much like that there as well. Yeah, because I remember it in Zero.
yeah. There's one that joins your clan that I won't spoil because he has a sub story that goes back to Yakuza 0, Yakuza 1, stuff like that. So I won't spoil too much of that. But he joins your clan, so that it's that was pretty cool. I mean, it's a reverse tower defense where you attack the players instead of being attacked. You attack the other players, which is pretty cool. And I sorry about the noise because there's some stuff going on outside. I'm sorry about that. Uh,
No
so
worries.
yeah, there's you beat those guys, and then you get cutscenes, of course, with the wrestlers, and it's their real voices. Like Okada
Yeah, it's
is him,
this.
and it's all their like they keep their names, but they're not wrestlers in the game. They're the clan members or stuff, but they do pull off
Yeah.
their wrestling moves, which is cool. Like they power bomb you or they stunner you and stuff like that. So it's cool. It's a fun thing.
Does he do the Rainmaker,
Yeah, he
Okada?
does it. Yeah, that's his special move is the Rainmaker. So and Tranquilo is the what's his name? Naito. Is it Naito that
Yeah.
Tranquilo? Like he does it.
No, that's his like phrase. Like Destino is his finisher.
Okay, well he does in this it's Tranquilo that it's called. I don't know why they reversed it, but he does Tranquilo and then he does his finisher. So it's funny because at one point Kiryu is like, "Hey, tranquilo," and then he's like, "Oh," he's all frustrated. So I really enjoyed that part. I really really loved. I completed the whole thing. So I did that. I did the Cheers bar thing, like it's like the TV show Cheers, but in Japanese, which is cool. Like you go into a bar and you meet people, and then you befriend them, and they each have their own side story that you can do.
Oh, that's okay. I thought you were. Yeah, I didn't know about that. Now, like I know, like the clan and the baseball things are two big things, and there's another thing where you come across. I've like unlocked the cat cafe thing, and then you
Yeah,
have to go around and look for cats now. Like I've unlocked that sub story now,
that
whatever.
is
So
that
I
is
haven't, like,
tough. That is really tough because you need to buy cat food all the time, and when you come across
yeah,
a cat,
certain like yeah, certain yeah, you come across a cat and like I think it's
some
certain
cats
cat
don't
food that
like
you
certain cat food,
yeah,
and
yeah.
others like you give them cat food they don't like, they just go away and they disappear. So it's
Mm.
like, oh crap. Okay.
Yeah, it's like best to like sort of look up and see which I think there's like 19 or something overall you
Yeah,
get.
I got three of them to the cat cafe, and I got that trophy, and I was like, okay, that's enough. That's good for me. So, yeah, you do the. the whole Cheers thing where you can play darts and play karaoke and befriend the people in the bar, and they'll once you do their side story, they'll either join your baseball team or they'll join your clan, which is cool. So,
Okay.
that's some cool stuff. I really that part that like mini game sub story thing that got me teary eyed at the end because it's really like they become like really good friends, and then he
Yeah.
kind of leaves the place and he looks at him and he talks about each and every one of them and what he did for them and all that, and they raise their glasses to him, and it's really
To kill
yeah,
you.
like it's what is it? They went like cheers, but in Japanese, what is it? Is it sake? Not sake, but what is it? I can't remember. Anyway, they do that for him and all that, and that was touching. That was really that was a good ending to that sub story. There's the I finished all of that. That was cool. There's some other stuff, you can do going around like playing darts and playing karaoke and the fixtures of the Yakuza games.
Yeah, like you can play Virtual Fighter
Yeah,
5
you can play Virtual Family.
in this one on what's the fucking other game now you can play? Puyo
Puyo
Puyo.
Puyo. Yeah, it's like these are the
Yeah.
real like Puyo Puyo. You can see it's a modern version of Puyo Puyo, and it's a modern version of Virtual Fighter.
Yeah, it's Virtual Fighter
Yeah.
5 Final Showdown, I believe, so it
Yeah.
is. Which is like the last, like the updated version of Virtual Fighter 5. It's like the last Virtual Fighter game that's come out now.
hmm
Because this is set in 2016
Yep.
now, so it is, I
Yep.
believe.
Came out in 2016 over there in Japan. So you have the outruns and you have the all the other arcade games are in there. What else? There's there's one side story that you do that carries on to like two or three other side stories. The Onomichio one, which is really
Oh
cool.
yeah, yeah, like I seen that on the quick look
Yeah,
now.
like Onomichio is really great. That's some and how that like sub story thing finishes is really touching also. It's like there's some really like this game can be stupid and goofy and insane and then go on to be really touching and like
Yeah, it's pretty much the same with Zero
yeah.
though. Like that was the same thing with Zero. Like there was like some of your like funny, hilarious sub stories, and then there was like other like touching, like kind of sad sub
Yeah.
stories. So yeah, that's pretty much retains that though. Like it seems that this has a lot. It seems to be a lot like closer to Yakuza Zero in terms of like memorable things rather than Kiwami
hmm
now.
Yeah, there's some very big resemblances to Zero in this one. Like there's like a lot of callbacks to Zero. There's some callbacks to the other games, of course, but I mean there's some big callbacks to Zero, and because it's Kiryu's final game, so and you do meet the new protagonist
Yeah, the new, but
at the
yeah,
end of the game, so the one that's
okay,
going to
yeah,
carry the Yakuza thing coming
yeah.
from now on. So you do meet him. Um, so yeah, I did enjoy the game. It kind of got long in the tooth towards the end. Like
Like how many hours did you
oh man,
play
I
it for?
played. I would say over 60 hours for sure. Like with all the
Okay.
mini games and everything, over 60
Yeah.
hours of Yakuza 6. Um, story's good.
Yeah, I played. Yeah, I played Zero for like close to 70,
Yeah.
so I did.
The sub I mean the main story is good. Like I said, it does towards the middle it kind of goes like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah, it
yeah,
slugs. It just like, come on, get going
yep.
here.
But the beginning and the end are really really good. Kind of makes up for it. The sub stuff is fun for the most part. If you want to see it through the end, I would say the baseball stuff is very frustrating, and you're going to need a lot of patience to get through it. But the rest of it is fun. Like the I think the clan battle was the highlight for me. I thought it would be baseball, to be honest, but I think a clan battle is what I enjoyed the most. You know, with the wrestlers and everything, it was really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really enjoyed this game. I would say for now it's my second game of the year. So like pretty much second in my top five. But as I said, I haven't like you. I haven't played a ton of games so far this year. Like I played another, I guess, quote unquote game that I'll talk about in a little bit. But yeah, it's pretty much behind God of War in the top five. So I think it's a good swan song for Kiryu. It's uh, it's a good send off for him for sure.
Yeah, yeah, I heard the ending's pretty good in this game anyway. Like it is a pretty good send off for
Yeah,
Kazuma Kiryu though, which is like I am very much looking forward to playing it though. I'll probably go back to once I'm off for 2 weeks.
I'm just gonna say my jaw
Um,
dropped at the end for certain stuff that happens. Like I was like, okay, they went
okay.
there. Okay, so the ending is really good. I really enjoyed it for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to playing it
Yeah.
though. There's the demo for Kiwami 2 is out now as well. So
Oh, it
there's
is. I might
yeah,
actually.
it came out yesterday. I downloaded there, so I'll probably try it out maybe tomorrow or sometime next
Hmm.
week.
Is it the epilogue again? Do you know
The
the
prologue?
prologue?
No, I think it's just it just says demo. So I don't know. It's not like that. Like in Yakuza 6 now, the prologue down for it was like the full game now in terms of like its hard drive
Hmm.
space. And I know people sort of when it came out, the prologue down, they actually people sort of gotta hack their way to actually accessing the full
Hmm.
game. But then I think they patched that out then, so they did for that
Okay.
demo. But no, this one's only like 10 gigs now, so it is. So I don't think it's the full game like unlocked now. So I think it's probably just going to be like the prologue or like the first chapter or something, or I don't know what the thing is. I hope it's like a prologue demo, like it is for six though, but I doubt it.
Like I don't know if I should get it or hold off for. I don't know if there's going to be a PC version and hold off for the PC version. I really don't know.
But the thing is, though, like if like there probably will be a PC version, but you're probably going to be waiting probably at least a year
Yeah. Like I know Zero and
because
Kiwami
like
are coming to PC, but
yeah, but it's like it's been over a year now since like it's a year and a half since Zero came
hmm
out
yeah.
on PS4, and Kiwami's going to be a year next year now. So
Yeah.
if you like, I couldn't wait though because I want to play it
Yeah.
though. Like I like if it was like maybe a couple of weeks maybe or something, maybe I'll probably wait though. But a year, nah, forget
hmm
it.
So yeah, I really enjoyed Yakuza 6. So highly recommended if you're a fan of the series, and even if you're not, I think it's a good game to play for sure. So what about you? What's your next?
Okie dokie. I think the next game that I'm going to pick. Actually, when I said I finished 3 games this year, actually yeah, I finished 4 because I actually completely forgot about this because this is a game that did come out this year. Um, I got like limited time sort of trial, like limited time to play this like code from a guy on Twitter now
Hmm.
because he said, "Does anyone want this?" And I asked, and I said, "Yeah, can I have it?" And he gave me this code, and for Bloodstained Curse of the Moon,
Mm.
which is pretty much
Yes.
like the Kickstarter game Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which is going to come out. I don't know if it's still coming out this year or
Hmm.
not. I think it's still scheduled to come out this
I
year.
saw Vinny play through that.
And
Yeah.
yeah, this is pretty much like the old school, like kind of 8-bit version, and it's pretty much like very reminiscent of Castlevania, very reminiscent of old school, 8-bit Nintendo
Yeah.
Castlevania. And I heard good things about it. Like I was definitely wanting to get it anyway, and I played through it, and yep, it's really good. Actually, if you actually want to sort of get the full sort of ending to it, you actually have to play through the game twice
Okay.
because you play through the game and you can unlock these characters, or you can have a choice. Like you can recruit these characters and you can play as them then, or you can actually like kill them or
Yeah, I
something.
saw something
Like
happens
there's
to one of them at the end, right?
Yeah, the main character you play as from the start, something happens to him at the end, and then you pretty much play the game on nightmare mode or something, which is like the same. Like you pretty much play through the game then with the other three characters, but the final stage is completely
Okay.
different, and you fight like you pretty
You
much
fight
like you
him
fight
probably,
him
yeah.
at the end as the final boss. So, but I didn't not do that now. I planned to,
Mhm.
but I did not fortunately do it now. But yeah, this is if you much played like any of the old school Castlevania games from like Nintendo from the NES era, then it's pretty much what this is. It's a very good one. It's not as difficult as they are now because I think I played through the first four stages. There's like 8 stages overall. I played through the first four stages without dying, and then unfortunately I did die at the end. I did well, I lost a character, and also the thing as well, which I like about this game is okay. One of my characters died. That doesn't mean you like automatically lose a life completely now and you have to start like the stage or whatnot. Like you go back to like the last checkpoint, but you just choose a different character. You just have another character then. But once you lose all those characters, then you lose a life, and then you start again with like all your characters with full health and stuff like that. Now, which I do like, and like you can switch between them. Between like fights and that and boss battles as well. Like there's certain characters that are better off for certain bosses in certain areas. So like I tended to use the one that has a whip pretty much for a lot of it
Mhm.
though, because it's pretty much like that's classic Castlevania, like Belmont action with a whip though. There's this guy who's pretty much is useless, except like his main weapon's useless because it's just like this little wee like rod, and you have like a reach is very bad. But when it comes to like his magic, he's magic. Um, some of his magic attacks are very helpful against certain enemies, and especially against like the final boss now, because you watched the did you watch the entire
Yeah,
playthrough of the game
I watched
with
Vinny
it?
play through it.
Yeah, like the final boss where you sort of have to wait until like these like platforms come up and you have to jump up and hit
Mhm.
them to hit like the head or whatever. Like he has this attack that sort of it's kind of like this. I think it's like a lightning attack. It sort of like zips around. It's very useful, so you could just hit that there like the head several times without having to like wait for that there opportunity to jump on those platforms and like hit the head.
Mhm.
Then like that's very useful then and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, like I don't have much to say about it. Like I played it for like a couple of hours. I played through the like I probably will get the game. I should have actually just bought it maybe during the summer sale, but I didn't. But I probably will get it again though, and like play through the nightmare mode and play that final boss. But yeah, it's a really good game. Like I'm definitely looking forward to Ritual of the Night now, because if the actual that game there, it's got to be more along the lines of something of the Night in the later Castlevania
Mhm.
games. If Ritual of the Night is as good as this here, then I've got no worries, because this is a really good old school sort of Castlevania game, and like the music's pretty awesome. But that's why it's saying with Castlevania games as well, because the Castlevania games have excellent music.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's Bloodstained Curse of the Moon.
cool. All right, so I guess I should move on to what I played as soon as I finished Yakuza 6. I played The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, which
I've yet to play this. I don't know why I've downloaded it though. I've pretty much downloaded it when it came out, but I've yet to play it.
you didn't play it yet.
No, I haven't played it yet, so
It
I can't discuss it
it
with you,
it took
unfortunately.
me forever to find this game on the fucking like PlayStation Store, which is, by the way, is horrible for looking for video games. Um, I was looking for like I went to Life is Strange, I couldn't find it. Then Awesome Adventures, couldn't find it. Captain Spirit, couldn't find it. I was like, what the fuck? Where the hell is it? And then I go through everything. Then I see Life is Strange 2. I go there, and then you can download the demo for for this game because it's a demo. It's not a game. So I was like, okay, it's a demo. Wow, that's weird, but okay, I'll get it. So because they clearly said that it's a free episode, right?
Yeah, this is pretty much a free, like, standalone episode though. That sort of, yeah, it's pretty much like a free standalone
So I was
episode
like,
that
this
sort
has
of
to be,
ties loosely to what happened with Life is Strange 2 episode
well,
season
it
2.
doesn't really tie loosely to it. It is
Oh, it
what's going
is
to happen in Life is
going to
Strange
happen.
2.
Okay.
So I don't know if he's going to be a part of the bigger world of Life is Strange 2 or he's the main character. I don't know, but when I finish the game, it says join. I can't remember what the kid's name is again, but join kid and uh, join kid again in Life is Strange 2.
Just call him Macaulay,
Macaulay, yeah. Join Macaulay again and
or
Kevin, yeah.
Kevin, his character name in Home Alone, Kevin McAllister.
Join Kevin and uh, Life is Strange 2 coming, da 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 da, so it's like, okay.
Yeah, it's coming out September,
Yeah.
isn't it? Start of it, yeah. That's
So,
great. I didn't expect it to come out this year. I expected it to maybe be out maybe next year.
so I was like, okay, well, so either this character is going to be a part of something bigger or it's going to be focused on him, which I hope it isn't, to be honest with you, but we'll see how that goes. As for the game/demo of this, I didn't really like it so much. Um, it didn't feel like a Life is Strange game to me at all. Like it really feels, there's the whole, the music, like the uh, like licensed music and stuff like that. It's there and the whole feeling of Life is Strange, but it didn't really. How can I say? It's not really a Life is Strange game. Like it doesn't really seem like a Life is Strange game, which is weird in a certain sense. But it's very short, by the way. If you can do everything in a playthrough, I think it's maybe 2 hours long.
Yeah, it's an hour, 2 hours, pretty much. Yeah.
So it's I don't know if it didn't really like the story is okay. Like it happens in that house. You go outside of the house and in the house, and you don't really go anywhere around that whole spot. It's like outside of the house, in the house, and that's pretty much it. So you have like eight or nine tasks that you can do as Captain Spirit. Like first of all, you have to build your costume, and then you have to, like defend, go to the water eater, and he calls it water eater and not a water heater, so which is funny. So you have to like fight quote unquote the water eater to bring back the heat on and stuff like that. So you need to do a couple of things around the house, and you can choose to not do like you can do the dishes or you can do this or that, and you can decide not to do anything of that and just I mean, you can go into the game, and once because your father, you need to go get a Christmas tree with your father, but your father says, okay, I'm going to watch the game, and once the game is over, we'll go get the tree. But then he starts watching the game, and then he falls asleep, and the game ends on the TV. So you can wake him up anytime you want. So I just a heads up for you. You can wake him up anytime you want, and the game will end there. So
Okay, so basically the if you want to end the game, it's pretty much you just wake him up.
you can you can pretty much as soon as he falls asleep, you can wake him up anytime. And once you wake him up, you can't go back and do anything because the game ends there. There's a cutscene, of
Right.
course, and stuff, but the game ends when you wake him up. You can't go back and do anything. So I recommend before you wake him up, do everything you want to do,
Do everything you can, yeah.
and everything you can, and all your tasks and everything, and then wake him up and do this stuff. But I mean, it's I don't know if it's because I haven't been in that situation in my life before. Like we've all been teenagers. Like Life is Strange, kind of. We've all been teenagers. We've all done, like stupid stuff, and we've all done, like Life is Strange is a little bit more like the previous game. It's kind of like, yeah, I've done this. I've done some stupid stuff like this.
Yeah, it's more
Yeah,
relatable, so
and
it
this one
is.
is like, okay, well, his father beats him because his mom is dead, and he blames him and stuff like that, and it's I can't really relate to this because I've never been
Yeah, you,
through.
you can't really because you haven't been in a like abusive
Yeah,
relationship now.
exactly. So I've never been through this, and it's I can understand people who've been through it, and I sympathize with these people and all that, but I don't really relate to this, so it's kind of meh. Okay, well, you know, this happens and stuff like that, and but I don't know, it kind of felt off for me. I don't know how you're gonna feel when you play it, but it kind of felt off to me. It kind of feels it's a Life is Strange game, but it's not a Life is Strange game at the same time. Like it's kind of weird. Like there's some tie-ins to previous games, like his mom got a scholarship from Blackwell Academy, and she was supposed to go to Blackwell Academy to study, which is cool. Like it's a little tie-in, and Principal Wells sends her a mail, which is cool. Like it's a little tie-in to the previous Life is Strange games, which is cool a little bit. So I don't.
Does this like do you know what year this is set in now?
It's a 2015, 14 or
Okay.
15, something like that. I think it's 2014 or 15.
Cause Life is Strange is set in 2013, I believe.
Okay. So yeah, this is like maybe a year or two after. So I don't know if it's going to tie into in some way to the town, or if it's going to tie into to stuff like that. So I don't know what's going to happen there. But yeah, I mean it's an okay. It's free, so I'm not going to complain too much. I mean, I'm not going to say, oh, it's free, so I'm not going to complain. But yeah, it's not what I expected from a Life is Strange game, to be honest. Like it reminded me of more of a Telltale game than a Life is Strange game, which is kind
Okay.
of weird. But yeah, it's there's some cool stuff, and there's some less cool stuff. There's some stuff that I can't really relate to or whatever. So I don't know. It was kind of a hit and miss for me, pretty much. So I don't know how other people will feel about it, but yeah, I didn't particularly love this one. So I don't know what's going to happen in Life is Strange 2. Is it going to be his story, maybe when he's older or stuff like that? I don't know. Or is it going to continue on from that point to because they say that what your choices in this will factor in to
Yeah,
Life is Strange
and
2, so I don't know.
yeah. Hence why I got it on the
Oh,
PC.
you got it on the PC? Okay, I got it on PS4.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, did you play Life is Strange on PC or
PS4.
PS4?
I played it all
Okay.
on PS4, so.
Yeah, 'cause you got the platinum for it, didn't you?
Yep, I did. Yep. So I don't know how that's gonna go. We'll just have to wait and see until September how what's gonna happen with that. But I didn't really enjoy it as much as I thought I would, for sure. But I just want to say one of the challenges where you have to unlock your father's phone to play a certain game. That one I had to look up on the internet because there is no way to figure out what the code is on the telephone. There's absolutely no way to figure it out. Even the videos say there's no way you can find it. You just have to either deduce what it is or look it up because there's no way you can find it.
Yeah, there's no like, oh, if I look over here, it shows you what the number
Yeah,
is or
everything else
something.
you can find in documents or stuff like that, but this one there's no way you can find it. I'll just say um, you just take like the name of the game you're supposed to play on the phone and it should give you a clue of what the numbers are on the telephone. So to unlock
Okay.
the phone, but it was really hard to find, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna look online, and I found the answer online. So to complete that task, I wanted everything to be done before I wake up. My good thing I watched a quick look before this because I wouldn't have known. I would have went and woke him up, and it would have been at that. Would have been like, okay, well, I didn't.
Oops, I didn't
I
mean
have
to
to
do that.
replay the whole. I don't think you can replay it anyway. So you know, it's so just a heads up. Don't wake up your father. Do everything you have to do, and don't wake him up until you've completed everything. So yeah, I'm kind of a hit and miss for one for Captain Spirit. So we'll see what you think about it and what other people will think about it. I'm curious to see what other people say.
Yeah, I think I look online. I think it seems to be a kind of a mixed feedback for it. So it
Hmm.
does, from what I can say, it hasn't been like overly
Overwhelming. Yeah.
overwhelming praise or anything like that now.
Okay.
But yeah, that's just interesting because like I know you loved Life is Strange and like you weren't as big as fan as Before the Storm. Now, like I liked it. It wasn't as good as Life is Strange, of course, but I liked it. No, I still liked
Hmm.
it. But you said this is like it's a bit of a mixed bag for this one now.
Yeah.
So I assume your expectations for two are probably a bit lower now,
Yeah,
are
they're
they?
lowered a little bit more. Like it's kind of been lowered, which is sad. Like I would have loved this to be really great, and then be like, okay, I can't wait to play season two. Like I'll play season two, but yeah, my expectations are a little bit lowered because of this. So just have to wait and see. I have yet to play the bonus episode from Before the Storm, though.
I bought the deluxe edition upgrade. Was just on sale. I got it for like what £3-4 pretty
Hmm.
much. Because I was not going to pay £7 just to play that episode. So it was on sale during the summer sale and I just got it
Okay.
there. Haven't played it yet though, but I heard it's really good though.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I heard the farewell episode's quite
Okay.
good.
I'll have to play it, see what it's like. Well, yeah, that's my take on Captain Spirit. So, sure.
Yeah, I've yet to play it. Like I downloaded it though, but it's like I've been pretty busy playing a few other games, so I just haven't gotten around to this. So it's just interesting though because I haven't like it's like okay, it's not that long though. It's only like an hour, 2 hours long, so I should sit down and play it though. I might do so tomorrow or sometime next week
Hmm.
anyway. Okay, I think I will talk about. I'm not gonna go too long into this though because this is a game that I talked a lot about during this pod. Well, not this podcast especially, but over the history of this podcast. This is a game that me and Derek. Well, I pretty much loved when I first played it though, and then Derek, eventually, thanks to a certain Jam Bomb feature, he got into it, and then he's pretty much been a fan of the series ever since. And that is Dark Souls
Oh,
Remastered.
yeah.
It came out, I think, not too long after we did our podcast, the last normal podcast
Hmm.
now, or I forget exactly when we did the last normal podcast. But yeah, Dark Souls Remastered came out. I was actually maybe going to get this on maybe the Switch perhaps so I can play it portable, but then I just decided to get the PS4 version because I actually want to go for the platinum in this game, and also because the Switch version got delayed and it doesn't have a proper release date yet as well, which is kind of sucks for those people that are waiting out on the Switch version.
Hmm.
And it's Dark Souls. It's Dark Souls in 60 frames per second, and that's pretty much the gist of it. Like, if you love Dark Souls and if you want to play this game on a console and it doesn't run like shit when you get to Blighttown, then this is pretty much the version to get because it pretty much runs smoothly for 60 frames per second throughout the entire game. You can actually play through Blight Town now without you flipping ripping your eyes out because of how bad the frame rate is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sure you've seen it online, Dennis, how bad the frame rate gets in that area, and the normal in 360 or something just goes down to like flipping single digits at times. It's just like it's just slow motion, so it is. But there's a few other different changes as well, like there's certain like lighting effects and like the sort of when the bonfire, like the way it looks now and stuff like that looks different though. Like there's spruced up little bits here and there, but not like to the point where it's like, you know, a completely different game now.
Mm-hmm.
It does have the password system now that was brought into the series from like Bloodborne, where if you want to, you know, co-op with just like yourself or Dark or like just one of your friends, then you just basically say, okay, it's gonna put my sign down here. The password is yada yada yada, and then you just put it in, and then you know, okay, that's him. It's just that's the only one's popping up now, which is great. And also, it's up to I think 6 players now. Mm-hmm. You can co-op with rather than just 4, rather than 3, the original one now. So that's a good difference. And yeah, that's pretty much the sort of differences really. There's not a whole lot more. I finished the game. That's the 3rd time I finished this game now. So it is. I finished it once on the 360, once on the PS3, once on the PC version, and then this PS4 version I got. And it's still a fantastic game. It's still one of my favorite games of all time. It's just a excellent game. I went with like a tank build pretty much, like say heavy armor, like, you know, strength, kind of more of a strength build. So I did, and I did a majority of the bosses, like the later bosses, first go. I did every single boss solo. So I did Ornstein and Smo, which was like the only boss that I never did solo beforehand, which I finally did. I did on my 3rd go, I believe. And I am going through New Game Plus at the moment. You probably say, I don't know if you've seen my tweet from yesterday where I was so pissed off because I fucking lost 800,000 souls.
Oh boy, okay.
Yeah, I was going through New Game Plus. I was accumulating as much souls as possible, trying not to die, trying not to lose them all. Then I got to the infamous archers in Anne Orlando, which is probably the one part of the game I still hate to this very day. It's this part, I don't know if you've seen it now on video or anything nowadays, where you have to go up like this go up this arch, like this hill or like this building, and there's like these 2 knights shooting these great arrows at you, and it's just very easy to like fall off and get hit and just get knocked off. I got hit by one of them when I was like on the side, just sort of blocking the thing off, and it fell, right? And then when I was going up there, when I was going that way again, there's like these demons, like these like pink demons. I was fighting them and went up one of these archers just to sort of lure them to come up. I completely fucking forgot that there's like one of the left archer like far off was able to see me and shoot the arrow, and I got fucking hit by it and fell, and I was like, yep. I actually literally screamed, no! Because I lost fucking 800,000 souls. I was so, and I pretty much stopped playing it there because I was just so annoyed at myself, because I was playing it there yesterday. I went back to it, went through Sen's Fortress and beat the boss there, and then went through that first part of Anne Orlando. Got there and fucking died. I was so annoyed, and like I said, just stopped playing it there. Like, I absolutely fucking hate that part though. To this day, like, that's the one part I still fucking annoys me to this day.
Still hate it?
I hate that part. Yeah, I hate that part with a vengeance. Like, I'd take Blight Town any day of the week. Like, some people hate Blight Town, but I don't. Like, the only thing that sucks about Blight Town is when you get to the bottom and you basically run through like the swamp area, and it's like pretty much you poison. Like, that sucks. And you run slow unless you have a ring that sort of you equip that makes you run faster in like the water. But like that, I don't care about that. That's not so bad now. But the archers bit, like it's not really like a long part now though. It's just when if you die, you just sort of have to waste like a few minutes to get there again. But it's not like a huge long 5-10 minutes sort of ordeal now. With these archers, it's just like a stupid, really annoying part of the game. But yeah, I finally beat the Four Kings first go, which that was in my original playthrough. That was like the kind of boss that sort of hindered me for a while, and eventually did it. That was pretty much when I beat the Four Kings for the first time in my first playthrough. That was pretty much like the point. Is like, yeah, I totally and utterly love this game. It clicked there, and just like just that sense of triumph. They just like, I did it! I finally did it! I persevered! I beat this boss at last. And I just love when you do that in game, when you fight in bosses like that. They're just amazing though. But yeah, I beat all the other bosses. I beat all like the Four Lord Souls. I beat all them first go. Nito is the boss that I still beat. He still hasn't defeated me.
Okay.
Every time I've played through that game, I've always beat Nito first go. I think it's the only boss in the entire game that I've done that with. Actually, no, Manus as well. I fought Manus twice and I beat it first go as well. But I think that's the only one. I think all the other ones I had to fight at least twice. But yeah, it's Dark Souls. It's a fantastic game. I absolutely love it. I'm close to the platinum now. Like, the thing that sucks about the platinum in this one, unless you can get people to help you with, is you pretty much have to play the game at least 2.5 times.
Okay.
Because one of the trophies tied to it is you have to get all rare weapons, and there's certain boss souls you get that you only can use, of course, once per playthrough, because you only can beat it. You can't, like, you say, oh, I beat this boss, I get the soul, and then you can't like co-op with people and get the soul again that way. Like, it's only once per playthrough. And there's certain, especially the Great Wolf self, like his soul, you have to use it to get 3 different weapons. So you pretty much have to get his soul 3 times. Hence why you have to play through the game like 2.5 times to get to that point. And you have to get through Anorlando, past the archer's part, to get to the giant who sort of creates those weapons for you. Like, you have to get your weapons, a certain weapon like a dagger or a sword, up to +10, and then you can use the boss soul and like a number of souls you accumulate to create that like boss weapon, or like that a boss, not the boss weapon, like a weapon from a boss soul. Which I've done a bunch of already, with a few of them already though, but I need to do more. Like, I have to get Gwyn again, because he has one that ties to a weapon, and also it ties to one of the covenants you join as well, where you have to get a certain miracle. Because that's the trophies. They're pretty much the same trophies as they are in the 360 PS3 version. Although it doesn't include the DLC stuff, so like you don't need to get all the DLC weapons or spells or something now to get the trophies. Like, the only trophies I have to get now are the rare weapon one and the other the other ending, and that's it. I've platinumed this here, which will be the first game in the Soul series that I've platinumed. I've platinumed Bloodborne, but I haven't platinumed any of the like original Souls games. Because most of them are like, this is probably the easiest ones to do it with, whereas the other ones, like say 3 for example, is like, it has most of the same sort of kind of trophies. Beat the bosses, join the covenants or find the covenants, but it's like acquire all miracles, acquire all rings, acquire all gestures and stuff like that, and you pretty much have to go through that game like a couple of times, because there's certain items that don't show up until you go through New Game Plus though in that game as well, which sucks. And I was like, nope. And some of them also tied to PvP. Like you can't get certain stuff, items, or whatever, for, unless you like rank up in Covenants by doing PvP. And I was like, nope. PvP is like one of the things I do not like about the Soul series. I just couldn't care less about it. But yeah, it's Dark Souls.
So
You never.
you're
Go
almost
ahead.
done with it, or
Yeah, I just have to get those 2 trophies though, but I have to play through
okay?
like the second half of the game unless I can get someone who can join my game and just drop another Sith soul and a Gwyn soul for me now, and I'll just save me having to play through the game again. There's someone on my friends list who likes the Souls game as well, and see if he can help me out with that there. I don't know if he can or not,
Okay.
but I'd actually just prefer to do it that way, because as much as I love the game, I just basically losing the 800,000 souls there is kind of just like I don't want to play through this game again to get to. I just want to kind of get those souls now so I can just rank up the weapons I need.
Yeah.
Although I actually no, but the thing is, I actually do have to get to fight Sith, because there's a few bosses in the game as well where you have to cut off their tail to get weapons, and Sith was the only one in my first playthrough there that I did not get the cut off its
Okay.
tail, because it was just annoying, because every time you tried to get around its tail get around to its tail, it always like turned around and faced towards you
Okay.
again. So it's basically better off if you do that boss in co-op to get but like you have to be the host now, because again it doesn't matter if someone else cuts the tail when you're in a co-op. If you join their game, they're the only ones who get
Okay.
it now. It has to be your game especially.
You have to host.
Yeah, I have to like summon people to do
Okay.
it and help me with that there.
Okay.
Um, you never played it now, did
The
you?
first one? No,
Yeah.
never played it.
No, like we did try though. Like when we got together
Yeah.
now back in 2014.
I think
but
I have it, but I
the
never
football-
played it.
Yeah, you do have it though, but no, we did try it though. But for some reason, like you had to fucking download this mod for it to make for it to join. With
Oh yeah,
friends
yeah,
a
and you
lot
need to
easier.
modify it some. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and it kept crashing for you for
Yep.
some reason.
I don't know what we modified that
And
made it crash all the time, but yeah.
yeah, like I had to download DS Fix, and then you had to download this other mod to make connect to your friends a lot easier, like just connect to people a lot easier
Yeah.
then. Because the first game, like it was a different system to what it is now. It was like more of I think it was a peer-to-peer thing, where it was like, you were lucky if you were able to get your friend, join up with summon your friend or
Okay.
something. Whereas nowadays it's just a lot easier now, especially with the password system.
Yeah, that's cool. That's way better than it was back in the day, for sure.
Yeah. Like like I said, I've played through this game 3 times now, and I very rarely replay through games, to be honest. Like especially when it comes to RPGs. Like most RPGs, I only play through once, and that's it. I've played through this game 3 times now, and I've never done that with an RPG.
Yeah,
That's the only RPG that I've ever played through more than once.
that's a lot of time. A
So
lot
that
of
just goes
times.
to show, yeah, that goes to show how much like I adore this game. Like I played this game for 77 hours my first playthrough,
That's yeah.
and this is a game that came out this came out the start of October 2011. Batman Arkham City came out later that month, and I started on Arkham City, but I went back to Dark Souls, and I never touched Arkham City again until a lot of years later when I got the PC version and played through
Yeah.
it then, because I just absolutely loved that game. And Skyrim came out the next month, and like I played a lot of it during my week off, but I played very little of. I didn't play a whole lot of it after that,
Okay, yeah.
and
It was pretty much all
my
all that game. Pretty much the only thing, yeah.
yeah, Sky, I go on about it as well. Like I made Skyrim my game of the year that year, but retroactively, it's Dark Souls. that is my definitive game of 2011
Yeah,
because it's one of my favorite games it's in my top 10 favorite games
you
of all
just kept
time.
playing it.
Like I just played it. I played a lot of it though. Like I played it for 77 hours, and then I played a bunch of the New Game Plus. I forget how far I got into New Game Plus now. Like that's the only thing. Like Bloodborne now. Like I finished Bloodborne earlier this year. I did my New Game Plus playthrough of it, and that's the only one in the entire Soulsborne series that I've actually done a New Game Plus playthrough. I've never done it in another Souls game. I've gotten to a certain point in the other ones, but never like finished them.
Okay.
Like New Game Plus, it's not like completely the same now, especially when it comes to like like the enemies are harder, like bosses drop more souls, and like they have more HP and that there as well. And it comes to I think it's 2 now. It's a lot different as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain like different things happening 2 now, it's like different enemy placements and stuff like that as well. It's just a lot of different things. Yeah, and like in when you actually get the Sense Fortress in New Game Plus, there's a few more enemies. They're like red phantom enemies instead that just show up, and they're not there in the original playthrough. It's just like interesting stuff. But yeah, it's a fantastic game. I can talk about it all day long. But yeah, it's like guys, like I adore that game. Like you just have a game that like you just can't stop talking about, and like this is one
That's
of
one
those
of
games
them.
I absolutely love. Yeah, like I said, in my top 10 favorite games of all time.
That's cool. Uh,
Would you ever consider playing it?
Probably not. I don't think I have the patience
Yeah, well, you tried.
to do.
Yeah, you tried Dark Souls 3 and it went nowhere. You tried Bloodborne, which you progressed
Yeah.
far, but
I got pretty
mainly
far in
thanks to
Bloodborne,
me.
for sure.
Yeah, but thanks to me.
Yeah, thanks to you and
No
Derek,
offense.
pretty
Yeah.
much. But yeah, it's not the type of game that draws me in. I mean, it looks great. It looks like good fun and everything, but I just don't have the patience to go through those games and complete
Yeah.
them. So
They're not for everyone now. Like there is an audience out there that adores these games from Software, and there's other ones who just hate them and just can't get into them though whatsoever. It's a game that's not for everyone.
yeah, for sure. But yeah, I don't think I would play any of those games in the future. But I understand why people enjoy them for sure, like you and Derek and other people that play it.
Will you play Sekiro now?
I don't know. It looks different for sure. Maybe it'll be quote unquote easier. I don't know.
It's a single player game now. There's no multiplayer. It's more of an action adventure game than like an action RPG now.
Okay. I might give it a shot. We'll see. We'll see down the line when it comes out. So yeah, what else have I been playing? Trying to remember. Yeah, I part of the whole summer of DLC, summer of backlog rather. I started playing the DLC of Assassin's Creed Origins, which I had the season pass for. Um,
I just realized I forgot to put that on my list.
yeah, you played some Assassin's Creed.
How the fuck did I forget that now?
So yeah, I went back to that once I finished Captain Spirit. I finished the first DLC, which is the Hidden Ones, which talks about the assassins and the formation of the Creed, and it dives a little bit more into that, and you have to take out another. You have like the same tree that you have in the main game, except there's less people on it, of course, because it's DLC. So there's like 3 or 4 people that you need to take down, and then the DLC's done. But it dives a little bit more into the history of the assassins and the establishment of the Creed and all that. So I finished that, and now I'm diving into the Pharaohs DLC. I can't remember the whole name of it, but it's
The Curse of the
Curse
Pharaohs
of the
or something, I
Pharaohs. Yeah, I
think.
think it is.
or the Pharaoh's Curse or something along those lines. Now I forget exactly what it's called
It
now.
kind of looks like a zombie type thing. I don't know. Just have to wait and see what it's like, but I haven't started it yet. So. Still, Assassin's Creed Origins is still a fantastic game. Still very fun to play. Like I'm very high level now, so I have pretty good weapons. I have a weapon that when I kill someone, it gives me health, and I have the quote unquote best armor in the game. The armor doesn't really do anything. It's like more for show, but it's really
Yeah, like the armor thing. Yeah, the armor is not
it's not
really.
really
It's just more. It's just cosmetic,
yeah.
really. Like all the other stuff, like your weapons and stuff like that. That's like integral now. You have to get the better weapons, but like in terms of like armor, it's just all cosmetic stuff.
Yeah.
So it is.
So yeah, I mean, I've been diving slowly back into it, but not really much of it to say. That I haven't started the Pharaoh's
Yeah, like
thing.
I probably give my impressions. Like I forgot to put it down. It's like, oh yeah, I actually played some of it. Like I actually went back to. I don't know why. Just for some reason, I just went back to playing Black Flag.
Okay.
So I did beforehand. Like I played. Like I have to go back to it as well and played like a few more chop for a while. Like I think the first I got and that was like maybe sequence 2 or 3 or something. Or I think one I originally played though, and I've done like a bunch of the ship battle stuff now, and I think I'm on maybe sequence 4 or 5 or
Hmm.
something. And yeah, it's a really good Assassin's
Yep.
Creed game. I really like the ship battles in that game. It's very fun to go around and destroy to attack other ships and stuff like that now. And I know like once you upgrade your ship more, you can take on the big warships and stuff like that. Then, like I know one of the trophies or something or achievements is like to tackle like this big giant warship or something
Hmm.
now. But yeah, like it's I really like. I know you loved it when you played it back in the day now.
Yeah, I really did.
And yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it though. Like I definitely need to go back and play it though. But like I got Origins on PC when it was on sale during E3. Like it was an E3 sale or something. And then I got it. I got the Gold Edition, which is pretty much like the main game and all its DLC and like a few extra like trinkets here and there as well. I got it for like £30 or something.
Hmm.
Like I got it, it was on sale, and then I got used the 20% off. Like you just spend 100 UPlay points and got 20% more, another 20% off, and got it for like I got it for pretty much less than it would have been on CD keys anyway for the Gold
Hmm.
Edition. I played it for several hours as well. I've like done like sort of like the prologue pretty
Yeah.
much, and I haven't done it. I haven't played it since like I'm out here now. I just had to I played a bit more. I think I got to like the next sort of little wee village area or
Hmm.
something to get a few little things, but I haven't like progressed onwards from the main story other than like killing that first sort of guy you had to kill.
Okay.
But then I know it's funny though, once you like get out of that opening area, and then once you get into like the main world itself, like the quests pop up for like the DLC stuff. It's like, oh, look on the menu. It's like, okay, recommended level 40.
Yeah.
It's like, nope, I'm nowhere
Yep.
near that. I'm like level 8 at the
Yeah,
moment.
exactly. That's funny. This is that the DLC just pops up in the main
Yeah,
world. It's,
yeah, that does happen though. But yeah, I do like it though. Like it is gorgeous.
oh yeah,
So it is. Like it is like just desert and sand though, but it is a gorgeous game. It is pretty much The Witcher 3.
pretty much. Yeah.
Like it is like the combat's pretty much The Witcher
Yep.
3. And like the whole the Vantry stuff now is pretty much kind of it's just basically more like loot based now rather than what it was
Hmm.
before, which I do like. I'm playing on hard.
Okay.
It is pretty
Yeah,
hard.
I bet. I bet.
um, but yeah, like I definitely do like it. Again, it's another game I definitely need to go back to and play as well. So I do. But I need to sort of try to I have to prioritize what is games like that is a game I could probably go back to maybe in the
Hmm.
future. Like maybe next year or like later in the year. But there's games I need to go back to play Ni no Kuni 2. I need to go back and play Yakuza
Hmm.
6. Like I need to play more games from this
Yeah.
year now, rather than like last year. Um, Especially like there's not much coming out this month, but there's a few games that I want to get
Okay.
though. Like there's one out next week that I want to get, and there's the Mega Man X Legacy collections out the end of the month, which I want to get as well. Next month is fucking interesting. Shenmue 1 and 2 is out the 21st of
Hmm.
August. Then Yakuza Kiwami 2 is out the week
Yeah.
after. So damn you guys for doing that. Damn you Sega.
Yep.
Why couldn't you release that? Why couldn't you release Shenmue 1 and 2 like a month earlier when I'm
Yeah.
off?
Yeah, that's right. They're coming back,
Um,
the remastered, right? Edition. So.
yeah, the remastered versions of that are coming out, and pretty much has both English and Japanese
Hmm.
audio. It has a modern control scheme as well, and a few other things as well. I'm probably going to get on the PS4, and I'm curious to see what the trophies are going to be now for this
Yeah.
game. I want to try it, but I'm sure some of them are going to be fucking hard as hell. Like, take some time, like, do that whole get that duck game thing, because it's like this little wee duck mini game kind of thing. You can lock on Shenmue 2, but you have to go do these hoops and obstacles to get to access it now. So I wonder if that's going to be one of the trophies now.
Hmm.
There's probably other ones as well, like don't die, don't get defeated. If there's going to be one where you have to defeat Chai in the Uke arcade, that'll be like, nope, I'm not going to get that one. Whereas like it's you fight, you watched the
Yep.
endurance run,
Hmm.
didn't you? Yeah, like the bald headed like golem
Yeah.
looking dude. Yeah, you feel like when you want to get your ticket for Hong Kong, you fight him in the arcade and he gets beat.
Yeah.
Like that's supposed to happen, but you actually can beat him
Okay.
there. I've never done it though. I've played through that game several times. I've never
You
done
never
it,
beat him.
but you can. No, you can't beat. I never beat him there, but you can actually beat him. I know that for sure now. I wonder if one of the trophies is going to be like that. Now that should be a trophy. Like that'll be a good
Yeah,
trophy.
that would be
to
a
get,
gold one for
rather
sure.
than, like,
Yeah.
yeah, just be like beat Chai in New York Arcade. But yeah, I'm very much like, it's been years since I played them games. I'm just so glad they finally done the remastered versions of them, because I'm definitely going to play
Yeah.
them again. Especially, I'm looking forward to playing through 2 again. Are you going to get it?
No. No, I have no interest. Sorry, in that
Yeah,
series.
you've seen it all around. It's like, yep, this is not for me.
Especially Shenmue 1. Maybe 2 is better, but Shenmue 1
Shenmue 2 is definitely better.
it's definitely better. Okay.
It is the much better game. Like it's pretty much the same, like a lot, but it's not like, because Shenmue 2, like I said before, it's a much bigger game, because you're going around this area and you're going around this like big area in Hong Kong now. So there's more to do, rather than like, okay, there's nothing to do here. It's like it's this very small area in like Yokosuka. It's like all you have is like your house outside, Yamanose, like the Sakugoga, Dobuita, and like the harbor, and that's it. That's all there is in Shenmue. Whereas in Shenmue 2, there's like the different quarters. There's like 5 or 6 different like quarters you go through. You can access. Then actually in like the third disc, like I'm just going by the Dreamcast versions, like 4 discs. In the third disc, after like 2 discs, you go to a different area completely, Kowloon, and then go do a bunch of other stuff there. And then the 4th final disc is you go to Guilin, and that's probably, like, I love Shenmue 2. Again, one of my favorite games of all time. I'm not a big fan of the last part of that game. That's kind of where it sort of goes down, because
Goes
all you
downhill,
really
yeah.
do all you really do in the last part is you go to Guilin and you pretty much walk and talk to Shenhua. That's all you do
Okay.
in that last part. You go through like this like forest and like area and talk and do these QTEs, and that is practically all you do. There's no battles,
Yeah.
there's no mini games, there's no nothing in the last part of that game.
That
Like
doesn't sound.
that's all there
Yeah.
is to it. Yeah, it's like after especially the last, like what happens in the previous disc, Kowloon's awesome. Like you have to go up this building, so you do, and then you fight this big like monk kind of dude at the top, new at the top of this building, and it's pretty cool what happens there. And then you find it, and then after that sort of advance, and then you go to Gwilyn, and it's just a bit more slow, so it is. But like the ending to it's pretty cool though what happens. So, but other than that, it's like yeah. And finally, if Shenmue 3 comes out, we finally get to see what happens next now after that cliffhanger. After all these years. But yeah,
Weird.
I'm sure you'll probably see a quick look of the two.
Yeah, they'll
anyway.
probably do something when that remastered thing comes out, for sure.
Yeah, I like them to do actually an endurance run now, especially because they can do an endurance run for it now with 2, because it'll be more accessible for people. Because the only other time, especially for you guys, the only other version that came out for you guys was the Xbox version. Like I said, you've never got the Dreamcast version over there that has the superior Japanese audio. Because the English dub for Shenmue 2, if you thought it was bad in the first one,
It's
boy,
bad.
I think it's worse in 2.
Okay.
But like the Japanese audio was pretty awesome.
Yeah. So you're looking forward to those 2 games in next month, Shenmue.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it though. Like I don't like Shenmue. I love like you said, I love Shenmue. The part I don't like about it is having to wait.
Yeah.
Like that's the one thing I
I think
don't
everybody
about,
doesn't like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, like I have to wait because the fact there's not as much to do in that one as much there is in the second one. Hence it's just a bit more tiresome. Like, okay, I have to wait until X o'clock now to trigger the next event. It's like 10 o'clock now, and I have to wait till like 3 or like 6 or whatever. And it's like, 10 minutes or whatever, or 20 minutes in game, real time. It's kind of sucks. It's just annoying though. Like at that part in the endurance run, I found funny is when, Vinny he goes to like because he had to wait till the next day to do it now, whereas I usually get it done, during late that day. Is when he gets he gives the money to like the woman for the ticket. But then he comes back and finds out she pretty much has legged it with the money, and the guy's there now doesn't have the ticket. And he pretty much says, come back tomorrow for it. I usually do that. I found that I did that like during like the afternoon time, and then I get it though, so I have to wait until the morning. It's like evening time then, so it is. So I don't have to wait long. Whereas he did it like right at the start of the morning, like 10 o'clock in the morning or something, and then just loses. He's like, no, I have to wait till tomorrow. Fuck this.
Yeah, you really didn't like that
Like
that part.
That part's hilarious to me. That's like one of my like probably next to the whole fucking Running Man part, fire boiled and all that stuff. That's probably my favorite part of that endurance run.
Yeah.
When he just gets fucking really annoyed at that part.
Yeah. They really didn't like
that. Yeah, but that like that is the one thing I can definitely understand people hating in that game, because I don't particularly like it myself. But like in the second one, there's more to do, and there's like only one really part anyway you do have to wait a certain time for. But the good thing is though, it's like, okay, I can wait here now, wait, and then just like get just wait trigger just like skips forward then to the time. But other than that, that's it then.
That's cool.
But yeah, but I like Shenmue 2 is awesome. It's a cool like walking around the Hong Kong though is pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
All right, so next, what do we talk about?
Okie dokie. Let's see now. I probably won't talk about. There's a few other games. I have a bunch of games here, but I'm not going to talk about too much about them. I'll probably talk about
Yeah.
Onrush. That came out a few weeks ago, so it did. And this weekend now they've decided to give people a free weekend. Although I think it's
In the
only in the
UK,
UK or
yeah.
Europe at least anyway, which
Yep.
sucks. Like I thought it was available to everyone, but apparently you
No, we don't
haven't
have it.
able to check it. Like you checked on the browser or whatever it says, because usually you go to the buy page, it has try free demo, but you said it doesn't
Yeah.
have it there.
I looked
But
online and everything.
that
It says
does.
only available in the UK. So,
So it is only
yep.
UK then. That does suck then. Yeah, so this is pretty much a game by Codemasters. It's a car game. I wouldn't say it's not a racing game.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's a car
much,
game more than.
it's a sort of car. I don't know what you could say. Just a car game, like a combat game. I guess not really.
Yeah, it
Like I
doesn't
don't
seem
really
like a
know what.
combat game
It's
per
not really
se.
combat. Like you do like fight. There is certain modes that you do have to like ram and destroy other cars now.
Hmm.
Like, but it's not like completely like that now. Like one of the modes in the game, like it's basically it's a more of a, like it's pretty much it's a competitive car game. Like in terms of like it's not a racing game. Like you can race like, but you don't actually race. It's not like oh, I have to race and get the top position
Hmm.
now. It's basically racing and boosting to help like your
Yeah.
team. And there's all sorts of there's like different modes. Whereas one of them is like lockdown, which is pretty much a King of the Hill type, where you have to go and drive into this green like circle and try to keep it for at least 5 seconds to get your point. Another one is a switch where you start off in bikes and if you get hit you have like 3 lives, and you basically once you get killed destroyed by thing you got upgrade to the next sort of
Hmm.
class, and once you upgrade to the full class that's you have switches then you're no longer really part of the actual
Race.
team. It's set the thing you could still play, but you're not like still active in the team. You're like
Hmm.
out. You're eliminated pretty much, but you could still you're in like the heaviest like class of vehicle, and you could still help your team take out by taking out other the opposition now, but you're not actually like active in the team anymore.
Yeah.
Which is nice though, because it's not like oh I'm limited now. I have to watch now for the next 5 minutes now. That's a good thing. You're still like able to partake in the game.
Hmm.
Um, I forget what the other modes are called now. I think the other one's called Overdrive or something, where you pretty much have to boost. It's pretty much like first two like a set number of points, and you help by boosting and drive like boosting and using like rush and stuff like that there to like accumulate the points to get up to like the 40,000 I think it is first. Then another one is I forget what the other one is, but it's basically you have to go through these gates, and basically to keep your timer up. Like I think each team starts off with like 30 seconds or something, and you have to keep going through these gates to sort of keep your
Hmm.
time up. And whoever gets down to zero first loses, and then the other team gets the point, and it goes up to I think it's first to five or something, or best of three I think in that one. Best of five, so first to three wins that one now. So yeah, I played like an hour of it there yesterday now, and it's fun. It's pretty much kind of a open area. So there's like a track though. You kind of do loop around though, so you do,
Hmm.
several times over though. But it's not like It's not like a proper sort of
Yeah.
racetrack now. But it is pretty cool. Like it's very fun. It's like 60 frames per second on PS4, which
Oh,
is
that's
great.
cool.
Um, I actually didn't like when I was watching online there. I was watching footage of it there. Like previously, it was running at 30 frames, but actually playing, it's like okay, it's actually I thought it was only going to be 30 frames. No, it's actually 60
Hmm.
frames. It was running, so it's cool. Like there is different like there's not a whole lot of vehicles though, but the thing is in this one it's like kind of all of it's like cosmetic stuff as well. It's kind of like Overwatch kind of thing, like you unlock you can rank up and get stuff for your
Hmm.
character, which when you choose like cosmetic stuff, you're like your your clothes and like different skins and stuff like that for your bike or your different like cars and that there
Hmm.
now. And like these like tombstone, these emojis for your tombstone, which is the little thing. It's like it just shows up whenever you get destroyed at that point in the
Okay.
race, or battle, I could say. Actually, that's probably more of it's like a car battle game because you're
Yeah.
battling to like win. Pretty much, that's pretty much what more along the lines of it is. It's not like Destruction Derby or anything like
Hmm.
that now, um, but yeah, it's a very fun game. Like I can't really see myself ban it now because there would be a point where I probably would get bored of it, perhaps. But for like try it out for a few hours, it's fine. It's very
Yeah.
enjoyable, but it's not going to be hooked to. It won't hook me now as
Overwatch or.
like Overwatch or like a Burnout per se as
Hmm.
well.
I was thinking of getting it,
It's
but
not.
I don't know if because the price is kind of high. Well, it's half price now, but um, I don't, still $45. I don't know if I should get it, and play it. I really don't know. I want to try it out for sure. Like I want to play a little bit of it, but
Yeah, like it was like £30 there in Sainsbury's, so it is, and I was considering getting
mhm.
it though, but I was like, yeah, but the thing is, though, I can play this for maybe a couple of hours and get bored, and also this is a game that kind of lives and dies
The
by
online,
the pop the pop population of the multiplayer
exactly.
now. So this could be a game that could be like there's like a single player component now.
Hmm.
It's not like multiplayer only though, but it'll be a lot more fun playing with your friends against other people now rather than just playing against like
Yeah,
bots. So it's not like okay, I can play this game now, and all of a sudden like a month later, like the flipping multiplayer is pretty much dead. There's no one playing this game anymore, and it's like yeah, that was a waste of
yeah,
money. Hence why I was glad when this free weekend came
yeah.
about. Because I was actually listening to that computer game show I talked about, that podcast I talked about, I mentioned a few times
Hmm.
before. One of the guys on it said that that's what he wanted to see. Like he really likes the game. It's like I want to see them actually give them a free weekend for people to try
Yeah,
this out. And I think I was like the last, like not the latest episode, but the previous episode before, and then pretty
it
much
happens.
next week they pretty much say, "Yep, we're doing a free weekend." I was like, "Yep,
It'd
that's
be cool
great."
if they would do it in North America. They'd get more people.
Yeah, like that sucks. So I thought it was available for everywhere though, but like I said, it just seems to be only available to the
Hmm.
UK or Europe at least or something. That kind of sucks because I actually would like to play with
Yeah,
you
that would
though.
be. I thought we could. I was ready to download it, but I was like, nope, it's
Yeah,
nowhere to be found. I can't get it, so that sucks a little bit. I wanted to try it out, and I'm not ready to pay like 45 to $50 to try it out, play it, and then be like, okay, nope, I don't want to play this.
yeah, it's like 27.49 here at the moment for
Hmm.
download. So it is, which is like that's considered. It's not even that long out though. It's like out in like
Yeah,
a few weeks, and it's already down like. It's like I think it's like £45 originally though
yeah, it might go down pretty fast. I'm
PSN.
guessing. If people
Mm.
don't get too much interest into it.
Yeah, but the thing is though, like there's no point getting it for like a tenner, and then
Yeah,
all of a sudden like there's no point playing it
if
because
nobody else
no
gets
one
it.
no one would be playing. Yeah, if no one would be playing it anymore at that point. Like that's the thing that sucks about certain games. So like it's lucky that games like we love like Overwatch, not they're always going to have an audience, or always going to be loads of people playing it though. But there's games that we love playing though that just no one has played, like Syndicate.
Hmm.
The co-op in it was awesome, but there's like hardly anyone played it, and just other games for the past that we played a bunch of, we played through, and it's just not a lot of people.
Yeah,
It just depends. Like a lot of people, just like a lot of people, just multiplayer. A lot of multiplayer games come and go.
yeah,
Some stay popular, other ones don't.
yeah. Some disappear.
But yeah, but that's Onrush. It's a cool game. It's like each vehicle has like their little perks and that there, and like you upgrade, you like increase your like rush meter by doing certain things where like certain ones have different perks where your rush increases if you're like, near missing vehicles and stuff like that now. And usually when you activate your rush, some of them have different abilities where you have like a bulldoze thing, you just go rams through vehicles. Other ones like help other players get boosts and stuff like that now. But it's a very fun game. I definitely I recommend trying it out at least if you could. But other than that, I probably wouldn't rush out in bed now.
Yeah.
But like definitely, like if you can rent it,
For sure. Yeah.
people still like I'm sure people can still rent like a lot online. You can still rent stuff online and out there. But if you can, like sure, but not. I wouldn't really consider myself buying it now.
Yeah. I'll wait. I'll wait to see if we ever get a demo or something like that, or a tryout, or
Yeah, like if you get a free demo or something, that's like
I would
available here
definitely go
again,
for it.
like definitely download it and we can try it out then.
for sure. Speaking of another car game that didn't quite live up to well, this time around didn't live up to what I expected, The Crew 2, which I actually took the
Yes,
dive and
you
bought.
bought. Yeah, like we both played the beta
Yeah.
of it there, like a few weeks, like a month or so ago.
Yep.
I think it was a closed beta though at the point because I think Derek gave us invites or
Yeah, I
something.
think so.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
Or you? Oh yeah, I think I got an invite or something. Yeah, it was like closed beta. Then it was the open beta. I didn't play the open beta. We played the closed beta, like a month or so ago now. I think it was. And yeah.
So I mean, I played some with you, and I was like, oh yeah, this is all right. This looks pretty cool. There's loot. And
Yeah, it just seems to be like their version of
their
Forza
version
Horizon.
of
That's
um,
yeah,
Forza
Forza
Horizon,
Horizon.
yeah, mixed a little bit with
That's pretty much my
other stuff.
early
Yeah.
impressions of it.
So I was like, okay, cool. I'll get it. So I bought it and played it maybe 2 or 3 hours, and I was like, okay, I'm done. That's pretty much there's absolutely, aside from the races that you can do with either a car, um, a plane, or a boat that you can do at the very beginning. There's not a whole lot to do. Like you pick up loot and you upgrade and you can buy cars and you can go race. But contrary to Forza Horizon, there's nothing that really hooks you into it. Like it's a big open world, but it seems empty. Like it seems like there's nothing to do, or there's nothing to see or enjoy. And playing that game by myself, contrary to Forza Horizon, which I don't mind, but playing this by myself is like there's something missing. It's not as fun as it would be playing with you and Derek, or other people. Playing that game online would be way better than playing by myself and just doing races and leveling up and upgrading and stuff like that. I don't see the appeal of it too much, and it kind of pisses me off that I paid $80 for this. So I was like, okay,
You didn't get your refund then,
I
I
didn't
guess.
get it yet. I like posted something asking them to refund me for the game, and I've gotten zero answers. So I don't.
Probably at this point you're not going to get it then.
Yeah,
It's been that. I think it's because you asked for like what a week or so ago, or
Yeah,
close
something
to
like
it,
that.
like a lot of days ago now. Anyway,
They haven't even answered me. Like nothing at all. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm stuck with this game, I guess, until you guys get it, and we can play something.
I'll get like I said, I'll probably get it though. Like when I was like I always spent a bit too much in games last month, and like other games and stuff like that. I spent a bit too much always. Like I like even if it was like a bit cheaper though on CD keys and that. I was like I'm still like I enjoyed the beta, but I also have other games really. It's like higher on my priority list
Yeah.
to play. So I just kind of want to wait. Like I'll get it when it's like maybe like 20 quid or less in the
Yeah, I'll
future.
already have it, so at least there's that. But
Yeah.
yeah, for now I'm not really playing that game too much. there's not a whole lot to enjoy by myself there, and like,
It just seems weird as well. Like when we were playing the beta, it's just like, okay, this is like an open world kind of racing
it's
game.
an
But the
open world
fact is, you can
game. It's
fast
nobody.
travel to races. Yeah, but there's like fast travel to
Yeah,
races.
exactly.
Like I don't recall you actually having to do that in four. So you actually have to race to. You actually have to go
Yeah,
to the
you have
races, I
to drive, or
believe.
you drive to the hub places,
Yeah,
and you have to drive to the
yeah.
thing.
But in this here, it's like just go. You can fast travel to the races. You don't need to
Yep.
drive to it now.
So you don't see the game, pretty much. You don't see,
Yeah, you just go from one race to
Yep,
another. It just seems like the open world aspect of it's kind of a
pretty
waste.
much. Yep. That's pretty much what happens here. So kind of takes away a little bit from the game, also being that way. So I don't know. I'm really disappointed. I expected way much out of that game, way more out of that game, but I don't really like it. I think it would be maybe a lot better playing with other people, but
Yeah,
by myself, it's like, I don't want to play this. I have other stuff to play anyway, so
it didn't get the best reviews
yeah,
anyway. It just pretty much got kind
really
of
fell flat for a lot of people.
mixed reviews as well. Pretty much like the first one
hmm
did.
I know Jeff hated it, so yeah, that's pretty much a mixed bag, but yeah, I don't really enjoy it. I'm gonna wait until you get it and maybe Derek somewhere down the line so we can play some together. But yeah, for now I'm just gonna put it aside and play some other stuff in the meantime. So
You were thinking of getting that Wreckfest
yeah,
game, weren't you?
that Wreckfest game looks really really cool. That one looks fun. It looks a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, like I flicked through the quick look off, and I know Jeff played it there and UPF there last night as well. And it's like, yeah, this looks pretty
Yeah, it
cool.
does.
Again, probably a game I would like to I'd get if it's cheaper now. At the moment, it's like still a bit too pricey for my liking. Even on CD keys, it's like I can wait for it
Yeah,
to
it's
go
like the
down in
final
price a bit
release
more.
is like they finally finished that game. What 4 years after? It was I think New Car Game it was called or something like that.
Yeah, that was Bugbear done the Flat Out
Yeah.
series.
So yeah, it's um that one interests me a lot compared to the one that we played.
It looks fun though. It's just like different modes. Like there's
Mhm.
races, you can race in like all sorts of different
Yep.
vehicles.
Yep. So anyway, well, I won't get it right now because I don't want to spend another $60 for a game like that. So I'll
Yeah,
wait. I'll wait until yeah. I don't think I'll get my refund, but I'll wait a while until you know
yeah,
something happens down the line. So yeah, that's it for that one. You have some other stuff you want to talk about?
yeah. I'll just talk about a few of these other ones, and then maybe talk about the like main story. Also, just before I move on, you didn't pick anything else up from the summer sale other than the ones you mentioned to
No, I
me.
got Technomancer and River City Ransom. What is it? Not, there's a subtitle to it. Let me just
Underground or
Underground.
something,
Yeah,
was it?
that's it. River City Ransom Underground.
I actually fucking realized I should have gotten that because I had online
Yeah,
co-op.
it does. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I miss it now though, but I will. Maybe you can wait a while and then once it's on sale again, I'll get it and we can play co-op
Yeah, I don't
together.
think it's too expensive by itself either, but I don't know. Well, you can wait. You can wait until it goes on sale again. It should go on sale on the next sale for sure. That it's always on
Yeah,
sale anyway. So.
yeah. Like I got Quantum
hmm
Break, which I got played like maybe about 20 minutes of. I've deleted it though from my hard drive because it takes a lot of space up, and I don't think I'm gonna be playing that game
Yeah.
at the moment. I got like I mentioned, the Life is Strange Before the Storm Deluxe Edition upgrade, so I can play the farewell
hmm
episode. I got Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm
Yeah, you
games.
got
I
a
got
bunch of those
1,
Naruto.
2, and 4. Yeah, I don't even watch the anime now. Like I watched few episodes of the original there like a while back, but actually, I always wanted. Like I played Ultimate Ninja Storm and that before, but like I actually think those games look pretty fun to
Hmm.
play. And it's done by the team that did, remember that game Asura's Wrath?
Hmm.
I take it that's a
Mm.
no.
No, not really. Absolutely not.
No, it's just this fucking crazy game
Hmm.
for the
Yeah.
360 though. So this game is like, I was a pretty like, it's CyberConnect 2 that did that game. It was pretty awesome. It was one of my favorite games of that year now.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I got that because I already got 3 and Revolutions or whatever it was called. I already got it beforehand, but I wanted to get the other ones, and so I have the entire Ultimate Ninja Storm series on my PC now. And I've actually been playing Ultimate Ninja Storm, but like I'm not gonna go too long. I just mentioned I've been
Hmm.
playing it for a few hours. It's fun. It's pretty much like I played the story mode in it now. It's like you go around like you're the village and do these different quests, and there's like these battles, which is like it has a simplified sort of battle system now. You just press B B B B to do combos, and a combination of R but YB to do like your like ninjutsu attack and stuff like that. Now it's not like it's a fighting
Hmm.
game, but it's not a very complex one. It's not like to the
It's not a
level of say
complicated
like
thing.
Tekken
Hmm.
or yeah, it's not like Tekken or Street Fighter where you have to learn like various different button layouts for combos and stuff like that. Now it's just very very
Hmm.
simplistic though. It's just basically if you like that if you just like your sort of simple fighting games, it's definitely one to play now. Um, but yeah, it's fun now. I'll probably play. I'm gonna play through more of it though, and probably just put it down. I'm not gonna play through every single one now in quick succession because I'll just get
Yeah.
burnt out. And I got this was it I forget Steve something sorcery now. It's just like kind of choose your own
Okay.
adventure
Yeah.
kind of game. So it is
Sounds
like
cool.
I looked on it though, and it looks pretty
Hmm.
cool though. I like the look of it now. I heard it's really good though. There's like four. I got the entire collection of
Okay.
it now. It's like 4 parts, so it is. Um, I'll probably try it guys in the future as well and give you my
Hmm.
thoughts probably in the next episode if I play it before then, but I probably won't. And that's all. That's all I bought though. But there was like a bunch of other games I wanted to get though, but it's like already spent a bit too much and already. And
Yeah.
then I bought Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, South Park: The Fractured Butthole, and Knights of Azure on
Hmm.
PS4 there, like what last week or so. And I bought a few games on PSN, Dark Cloud 1 and 2 and Rogue Galaxy, which are all RPGs done by Level
Hmm.
5. So I spent a fair bit of money on games there the last couple
How
of
about
weeks
The
now.
Last of Us Remastered on PS4?
You haven't played it yet? No, have you not?
No, I haven't started it yet. I don't know what after I'm done with the DLC for Assassin's Creed. I don't know what to start, either that or Technomancer or the one that you're gonna tell me to start. Um, what's it called again? Holy crap, I forgot it. That girl with the hair and the sword that you bought for me. What's the name of the game then? Bayonetta. Yeah.
Bayonetta?
Sorry, I forgot the I forgot the name.
I was thinking, what game are you talking about?
So either Bayonetta or
uh,
Technomancer or Last of Us.
well, I want to tell you to
Yeah,
start
I know you'd
on
start.
this
You'd tell
on
me to
this sort of
start
thing now.
Bayonetta.
Yes, definitely, because it is a fucking awesome game.
How long is Bayonetta?
Like, it's about probably 8 to 10
Okay.
hours. Like, yeah, that's probably if in terms of length now, that's probably like the one to go for because it's like the shortest
Hmm.
of the bunch. Like, Last of Us is like 14, 15
Hmm.
hours. So
Technomancer's
it
an
is,
RPG, so it's
but
probably longer, for sure.
yeah, 20, 30, 40 hours or
Yeah.
so, depends on how much you do in it
I
now.
think it's not really
But
an
yeah,
open
Bayonetta's
world RPG. I think it's a little bit like not really open world. Like there's certain open areas, but it's not an open world.
it's probably more like some like Mass
Yeah,
Effect or
something
along
like
those
that. Yeah.
lines now.
So I think it's a little bit like that. So if it's not an open world where you can go and get side quests or stuff like that, it's just like loot-based combat stuff. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I can look online here now how long to
Yeah,
beat and see how long it is. I'll check
yeah,
here.
that's right. You can look at the that website. You can see how long.
Yeah, it's a very good
Yeah,
website. So it is. So I'm just basically gonna look at it here now.
yeah.
The game.
So
So we're playing
I'm kind
Bayonetta.
of between those three because I want to stream what I'm gonna play. One of those three, and like I'm gonna do a series of streams about the game that I'm gonna play. So I
Okay.
don't say that I'm struggling to find which one I'm gonna start because I have to, keep a schedule. For,
Okay, so Bayonetta is well, like there's like you visited that
yep,
site, haven't you? Yeah, so it's Bayonetta's main story is 11 hours, main plus extras 15, completion is 43, and all styles is
43
13.
completionists.
Yeah, it's basically going through all like the different difficulties
Oh,
and
okay,
that
okay,
there.
okay.
That's pretty much that is. So Technomancer is main story is 18 and a half hours, main plus extra is 29, completion is 45 and a half, and all styles is 30.
Okay. So
So The
completionist is
Last of
45 and a half.
Us,
Okay.
yeah. So that's basically doing
That's
everything in the
actually
game.
way shorter than I thought it would be, to be honest.
But like in terms of just don't go into the main story, it's like what 20, 30, 20 odd hours. And The Last of Us Remastered, main story is 14 and a half, main plus extra 17 and a half, completion is 26 and a half, and all styles is 16 hours.
Okay.
I think that main story, main plus extra, I think that includes
The
the.
DLC.
Although the Last of Us though here originally says the main story is 15 hours,
Okay.
but yeah, that's like doing all that the couple of more like that's probably like 14 and a half. That is like roughly what I played it though, about 14, 15
Hmm.
hours, and then add like a couple of more hours to it for the Left Behind DLC. So yeah, you're basically like Bayonetta is probably like the one to go for in terms of like the shortest
Hmm.
amount of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, yeah. I recommend once you're done with it, if you're finished the DLC for Assassin's Creed, definitely play Bayonetta.
Yeah, I'll probably jump into that.
Like you really like DMC Devil May Cry, and it's like it's a I know it's a pretty hard game now. Like if you haven't played a whole lot of those kind of games, it's probably pretty
Okay.
tricky. So maybe I don't know. Just you could probably just play the normal though, but if it gets too much, you can always play it
Okay.
easy. But yeah, oh man, some of the boss battles in that game are like. Once you play through it, I just want to curious to see what the thoughts are on the final boss in
Hmm.
that game, because it's one of my favorite boss battles of all time.
Okay.
Jubileus, it's just awesome. Just like this fucking massive like deity character you face pretty
Okay.
much. It's pretty awesome.
I might
But
start
yeah,
with that one. Yeah. I might.
I'd recommend it now. I'm sure it'll have, but the thing is, if you want to play the sequel, low, you can get it on Switch, so you can,
Yeah, that's right.
because it won't come to PC, unfortunately,
Okay.
due to the fact it's published by Nintendo.
Yeah, that's why.
So that's why you'll never see the second one on another console besides
Sadly.
Nintendo.
Yep.
The second one's very good as well. I think it's probably plays a lot better. The final boss though is not as memorable as but there's some excellent boss battles in that game as well, and there's a third one coming out as well, which is even more awesome.
Yep.
Because I didn't even expect to have a second
Yeah.
one.
They didn't know, so that's cool. Well, I'm still undecided, but yeah, I'm probably gonna lean into Bayonetta because I said I would play The Last of Us to Travis, but yeah, I don't really
You're not in the
no,
mood
I'm
to
not
play
in
it
the
at the
mood at
moment.
all to play it. So we'll see.
Like I mentioned though, like that game is basically played for the story anyway, much like
Of course, if I
Wolfenstein.
play it, I'm playing it on easy, so.
Yeah, like I just recommend. Yeah, if you just play it on easy though. like I enjoyed that game though, but was more of the story and the character more than the actual sort of gameplay
I think
itself
you could
though.
play on easy with lock on. Uh,
I don't
I don't
know
remember,
now.
but
Like I played on normal now, and I know hard is basically like it's like more, I like like some more items are it's more scarce
mhm.
picking up items not there. That's the sort of main
Okay,
difference playing like from normal to hard.
okay.
Was like yeah, but yeah, it's a very good story, very good characters. But like other than that, it's just like it's not like a brilliant game to play in my
Mhm.
honest opinion.
Like the gameplay, I know the gameplay is kind of very hit and miss, to be honest. But
Mm.
yeah,
It's just pretty much like a more sort of slowish.
slow like pace.
It's more of a
Yeah.
stealth. It's like a stealth version of Uncharted, pretty much.
I mean, stealth. If I play um, Assassin's Creed, I'll do stealth until I get caught, and then when I get caught, then I just go in and murder everybody. Like I don't think you can do that in The Last of Us. Like if you get caught, you need to like take cover and hide because your health goes down really, really rapidly. So,
Hmm.
I'm not sure if that would be something I would enjoy. But anyway, we'll see what decision I come to in the next couple of days after I finish Assassin's Creed. We'll see. So anything else you want to talk about on your side of the?
You're probably done then, are
Well,
you?
I have. I could talk a little bit about FIFA 18, which I kind of got right after we watched the like they said there was a free weekend I think back in at E3. Like it was a free.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, there was a free weekend.
So
Yeah.
I got it. I downloaded the World Cup expansion thing. I played through that, and I said, yeah, no, I'm going to continue. I'm still playing that game. I'm playing as I started playing as the Montreal Impact, like the our team in MLS over here, but they're really bad. So it was not fun to play as them. They're really slow, and it's not fun to play as a bad team. So I went to the Premier League and playing as Liverpool in the Premier League because Liverpool. I love the Beatles, and the Beatles are from Liverpool, so I decided to play as Liverpool.
I was actually gonna. I was just concerned. I thinking that was the case. Why? Well, because of the Beatles. Yeah, because I know you're a big fan
Yeah.
of the Beatles.
So I mean, the game is the presentation in that game is second to none. I mean, it's really really well made. The fan chants and depending on where you are and what stadium you are. Like if you're in the Liverpool stadium, you'll hear the chants for Liverpool. We love Liverpool and all that. And if you're somewhere else, like if you're playing at Manchester United or any other stadium, you'll hear their chant for and if you score a goal, it's not everybody going "Wah!" You know, it's like a certain. If you score a goal and you're not in your stadium, like the "Wah!" will be really low, like
Because
because you have your fans, but there's not a lot of
they're
them.
it's the away
It's the
team.
away
Yeah,
team, so
and
and if they score, it's like
more the
"Wah!"
home.
It goes insane. So that's what I like of that game. It's
Yeah, it just should be if you're away and you score, it should have the audio of the home team going,
yeah,
oh.
like that's something that just to bring up WWE 2K18, that's something or all the 2K games from WWE that they don't do. Like you'll have a heel go into the ring and start doing moves, and everybody's ah! It's like, what? What's going on? That's not supposed to happen, really. Like the cheers and everything, and I'm like, oh, okay, that game needs to take a page out of FIFA or something. But I love the presentation. I love playing. I'm really bad at it, but I love playing the game nonetheless. I like playing it. I'm getting a little bit better at it. It helps when I have a pretty good team. I think Liverpool won the. Did they win the cup last year?
N-
The Premier League Cup?
no, they didn't win the Premier
Okay.
League now.
Who won the Premier League?
I forget. I think it was Man City.
Manchester City? Okay.
I could be wrong there now. I'll look it up here
Because
while we talk
yeah,
about it.
I mean Liverpool is still pretty good, and I'm playing as Roberto Firmino, who because you need to play as a you need to select a person to play as. You know, you can't.
Oh, so you doing be a pro
Yeah,
thing,
it's
are
like to
you?
be a pro thing because there's not a season mode in this game like every other game that there is. There's not a season mode, so you need to go into be a pro and either create a pro or play as a pro that's already on a team. So I said, okay, I want to play striker, so I'm playing as Roberto Firmino, but you can play as a whole team. Like either you play as your character only or you play as the entire team. So I always play as the entire team and go as go with that. And I like that you can they intercut those things. You get to play for a cup, uh, like a different cup. Like there's not the World Cup, but there's like I think different cups that you can play for.
Yeah, there's the FA Cup and the I forget what the fucking cup's called nowadays, but it used to be this cup's like a sponsored thing. It used to be like the Coca-Cola Cup and then the Worthington Cup. I don't really know what it's called
Mm.
nowadays.
Yeah, like you can go out and play a couple of games at that thing, and then your player gets called up to the national team, and then you get to play the World Cup qualifier games, which are really cool. And I mean, it's the game presentation wise is top notch. I know they make a bunch of money with the Football Ultimate Team stuff, but I mean, it
Oh
shows.
yeah, the fucking definitely make that money
Yeah,
from it now.
like it shows that they make a ton of money with that game. So, and they put it all in the game. It's really I enjoy it a bunch. I love playing that game a lot. Like I'll play it for pretty much nonstop for a while, and then I'll completely stop playing it for once I get to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm gonna play something else in the meantime. So, but for now, I'm enjoying it. I like to play it a little bit, once in a while. So, yeah, enjoying FIFA 18. I'm not gonna get 19. I always wait until there's a sale, and then I get the game so I can play it. Like I got the I actually had a story behind this. I went on the PlayStation Store online on my computer, and I bought the game, but I bought it for PS3. And I was like, what the fuck? How come? I was wondering why the game wasn't downloading to my PS4. I was like, why is the game not on the PS4? 'Cause, I couldn't download it. And then I went back and saw that it was a PS3 version of the game, and I'm like, why is there still a PS3 version of FIFA out? And why is it not identified correctly that it's PS3 or PS4 or yeah,
There's still a fucking reversion of Just Dance coming out, I believe,
yeah.
isn't there?
I think that's dumb. That's really stupid, to be honest. So I asked for a refund, and they were like, okay, no problem. They gave me the PS4 version, and they were like, okay, there you go. You can you can play it on your PS4. So that went really well. So was happy about that. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. That's pretty much it. I think that's the only games I've been. Of course, a little bit of Overwatch here and there. Hammond coming out soon, so I can't. I want to see Wrecking Ball, I guess he's called.
That's pretty awesome, though, fucking
Yeah, the
character.
Hammond in his little little ball there. I can't wait to play as him. That should be cool. Um, Overwatch still freaking dishing out maps and new characters. Still going after what, 2 years?
Yeah, that game. Yeah, 2 years now. That game's been going. It's still quite
Yep,
popular.
still going like crazy. So
Like I don't like we don't play as much as we used to now, but like I still like I played like there like not too long ago now. Like I don't know. Can't recall a multiplayer game that I've still played like this long after
yeah,
it
two
came
years
out.
after. Yeah, So I really like that. I really love Overwatch. So I can't wait to play with a Wrecking Ball. See how he plays and how he handles. And there's also a
Would it be your favorite multiplayer game now, or is it still Unreal
well,
Tournament?
it's really that's a difficult day. Like that's a difficult thing because on some days I'll say yeah, Overwatch is my favorite multiplayer game of all time, and then I'll remember, oh yeah, well, but Unreal Tournament, I played that game forever, and I was in a clan, and I had all sorts of
Yeah, like you just have to remember
have great
a lot of
memories
great
and great
times with
times with
people.
that
Yeah,
game and everything, and so I'm like, yeah, I don't know if it actually the game itself is on the same level, maybe even better. Like Overwatch is better than Unreal Tournament, game wise, but I guess the whole um, like not situation, but the whole if you factor in the people I played with, the people I met during that time and played with, and and experiences from those games, Unreal Tournament still has a notch over Overwatch. So
yeah. Like I could probably say the same thing. It's like I could probably easily say Gears of War, like the multiplayer. And that's one of my favorite multiplayer games
mm,
of all time, mainly because of the memories I have playing it with you and a bunch of people on the
mm.
game spot. Like I just really
Yeah, that's
love
another
like
game that
I
that
was
was great.
like yeah, because just so much fond memories of playing it though. Like me staying up of all hours of the
Hmm.
morning now, because like everyone else, everyone else was like from the States or
Yeah,
Canada now, and I was like the fucking European fella for the
exactly.
most part, staying up to like all hours of the morning playing it with you and Art and James and Mike and Taylor and all them kind of guys now, and just having the
Yeah,
blast
just
playing
waiting
it.
until everybody got there, and everybody, and there were lineups for people that come and play with us. It's like, hey, you guys done? Can I come in now? Can I play?
Yeah, like like with people waiting for it to jump in as well, because there was only like 8 players you could
Yeah,
play then back then. Like it's okay, someone's going now, so you can jump in and stuff like
yeah.
that. Yeah,
Getting messages from Ish and messages from other guys. Hey, you guys done? Can I? Is
yeah,
there a spot? Can I jump in? Man,
yeah,
that was really cool. Also, those days, back in those days.
yeah. So like it was like 6 months pretty much. It was like not very long. It was like six or so months.
Yeah.
So it was like once like I got the game when it came out now. And like I played a bit with like yourself and 3 hours, but once James got his 360 early '07, that's basically it. Okay, that's it. Then it was pretty much gear
Yeah.
bashes through like for that
Pretty
first
much
half of
every
the year,
night,
pretty much,
almost.
pretty much every
Yeah.
night though. Like thing was, I was unemployed at the time because I just finished university the year
Hmm.
before, so I had like volunteer work. I did volunteer work during that period though, but I was like pretty much up all night, sometimes half the night though, playing with you
Mm.
guys, like up to 2 or 3 in the morning, just having such a blast playing
Yeah.
it though. Even though sometimes we had all our moments where we just got fucking really
Yeah.
frustrated. And that was probably the time that you heard me curse a
Yeah.
storm a lot.
Yep. That was everybody had their own little frustrations coming out of that game. I shot him 20 times and didn't die or something like that.
Yeah. I shot him with a bunch of the trade. I shot him with fucking 20 times with the shotgun,
He's
and
still
he
up.
shot me
He's
else
still
and I
moving.
died.
And the funny thing is, we never played against other people online. It was all our gang playing together. Like it wasn't strangers or anything. It was just us
No, yeah,
together.
that was the great, yeah, that was the same thing, yeah. We pretty much played just against each other
Yep.
most of the time as well, and it was just a lot of fun because we could know we couldn't, we got annoyed and stuff like that there, but it wasn't to the point like, oh, fuck you,
Yeah.
man, fuck you, I'm out of here and stuff. Like it wasn't getting to that point like where if you were playing with, you know, random people, you would hear that
Exactly.
stuff,
Yep.
hear all sorts of fucking
Yep.
racist and slurs and stuff, and just horrible things that you come to expect from like this
Fucking
internet
what
age.
was his name that used the roadie run up on us and fucking kill us with the shotgun? Fucking Ryan. Yeah.
Ryan, yeah, Rich.
Rich and
That's
Ryan.
what
Yeah.
the rich guys go. Yeah, She shot me 20 times. And I shoot him 20 times. He shoot me once. Like
Yeah,
that.
that fucking shotgun
I
was.
remember him discord. I remember him going
Yeah.
like that numerous times. So it's cracked me up.
The sniper and the shotgun were fucking overpowered in that game.
Yeah, fucking. Oh, that shotgun pissed me off.
Yep.
No end.
He always used a shotgun, no other fucking weapon. He'd just come up on you and.
Yeah, because it always worked for me. Just always run, and then just boom. It's like, oh, come
And
on!
Tyler going after the torque bow. Always going after.
Help me, Wesker, help me!
Was going after the torque bow all the time. That was some really good memories. Those were really good memories.
Yeah, like I always, yeah, like that 06, 07 period, I fondly remember. I like that's like that, like second half of 06 to like through 07. It's like one of my happiest memories of my life. It's just really fun memories. So like we played a bunch of Call of Duty as well with people.
That's another one we jumped into after Gears of War.
Yeah, Gears of War, and we played a lot of it as well with a bunch of people. But unfortunately after that was just, it's never the same really then.
No, everybody split off
Like,
doing
really
their own thing. And
yeah, it was like, it was the whole Gershman thing.
the Gershman thing destroyed GameSpot pretty much.
Yeah, it destroyed the community.
And then just the revamp.
I never really fully recovered either, though, to be honest. That was kind of like the end of an era.
I'm still
then.
fucking pissed off at GameSpot. The fucking, when they did their fucking revamp and I lost all my videos on there.
Yeah.
All my fucking work that I did.
Yeah.
Everything.
I know. Because I would like to go back, because I remember looking some of that stuff, a few years back before the revamp, and looking through your old blogs and old videos and stuff like that. I was like, it just sucks it's not there anymore now.
Yeah, they could have warned us. They could have said, hey, we're gonna wipe everything. You guys want your videos? Download them. You have 2 weeks. Download these videos, and then we're gonna take them off the server. They didn't even do that. Anything.
Yeah.
It's just like they wiped everything and everything's gone. It's like, what the hell? What do I do now? All my videos have disappeared. So that really pissed me off for a while. And sometimes I think back and I'm like, man, all the work that I put into those intros and everything, and it's like, Jesus.
Yeah, like then some of them intros we made though are just,
Everything I just lost.
like they're primitive by today's standards. So, but I just remember spending a while trying to sync up the music to like the gameplay footage and that there, and it's like
downloading all those videos and just putting like certain parts of the video, like the trailers and all that, to fit in.
Yeah, you playing like Saliva.
Yeah, Saliva and
I had
Limp Bizkit.
I had him and Evanescence. Yeah, you had Saliva not there. Yeah.
It's like it's just to get everything to fit into those videos was insane. I mean, the work that I did just with the freaking Windows Movie Player that would crash pretty much almost constantly unless you saved your stuff. So, it's all the work I put in there, I lost everything, and it's like, jeez, man, okay. Like,
yeah, like my earliest video online now is like 09 from YouTube. That's it.
Yeah.
But not like 06 would have been like I joined GameSpot. I visited the site before this day, but I joined GameSpot like right at the start of 2006. But I didn't stop doing when the whole video thing started though. That's when I joined in. I did like a blog or two before then, but then once I got home from university, and then I started the whole video upload thing. That's when I joined in. I did start the videos then. I to be honest, I would just love to look back at those videos now because I was just such a frigid guy. I was just like, hello, this is Darren here, Darren Game 06 here with another video blog. I just felt like I could not give a shit. I was just so frigid, just so stone faced.
Yeah, there was a lot of us that were
so monotone.
The more you did the videos, the more you got into, you're more confident and more okay. Well, here I go. I'm doing this, and I remember Art's videos. I remember
Hey, this is Captain 131 here doing another video blog.
This freaking beep at the end of the thing. Like he used to do his gamer score from Xbox, like every achievement that he earned during the week, which was fun.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that now. Yeah.
I got this achievement, I got that achievement, and it's like that my total score is this, and I want to get to there, and it's like okay, hmm, that's cool. And he had Taylor with his crazy Wesker videos, and Mike with his stuff, and then you had Tony that joined in and did some stuff, and yeah, that was
Yeah. I think I got introduced to Tony from your Get to Know the Games
yeah,
community video series. I think that's how I got
yeah.
introduced to him.
Like I asked everybody to do a when I did my 100th episode, I was like, hey, you guys want to do an intro, and then you did your intro, and everybody did like you did the whole not this guy again. What is this guy doing on online again, or something like that, or that was pretty funny. And I used all of them in the thing, the 100th episode. So yeah, I would love to go back and watch all those things one by one. But
Yeah.
yeah, they're all gone now. So
Like, yeah, that sucks as well. Like, just so stuck in the annals of time now. Like, I'm just lucky I download all, like, the old Hotspot
hmm
episodes. Because that's the very first podcast I ever listened to. And it's still one of my favorite podcasts. Like, I tend to listen to some of the old episodes from time to time, so I do. And still, like, laugh at certain points, though. Because I just find some of the stuff pretty funny. Uh, and like on the spot, I don't know if it's still there, but there's like a lot of the on the spot episodes are on a YouTube channel, so they are now. I remember like looking through them there not too long ago either. But yeah, like I said, I'd love to go back and some look at those old videos and see. But yeah, stuck in the islands of time now,
yep,
unfortunately.
disappeared forever. Yep.
Shame. Yeah, like I like to listen to Behind the Screen Door. Remember that screen
Yeah.
site?
Yeah.
That's gone as well now. That podcast event, I can't even listen to them anymore. Some guy started putting the videos and old episodes of it up on YouTube, the old videos and that there, but it stopped doing it as well now,
hmm
which sucked. So
It's too bad that Giant Bomb don't have the rights to that. They could.
yeah, I wish that yeah, it sucks that
hmm
happened though. But like that site still went on, but it wasn't the same. It was just pretty much like once they got bought out, and it's like, yep, Fori and Alex are gone now. It's like it pretty much just became not. It was just a husk of its. It's just a husk of a site then.
Yeah. Now
Like
Anime
it's just
Vice
these like
is
free.
gone, and it's Crunchyroll that are with Giant Bomb. Is it Crunchyroll or
Mm.
I can't remember. Because Anime Vice was with Giant Bomb, but now they announced the whole the new association with is it Crunchyroll? Let me just look. Yeah, it's Crunchyroll. Like they do the whole anime stuff now with Crunchyroll. So, Jeff
Okay.
and fucking Jeff and Dan were at the Anime Expo, for God's sakes.
Yeah, they did that. Yeah, they did that. Their little wee panel there. I watched a bit of
hmm
the other day.
So it's is Giant Bomb gonna become like a video game slash anime website now? You know, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, those
When is your subscription up? Do you know when your
I don't know.
subscription is up?
I think I just paid for it not too long ago.
Yeah, I renewed there like a couple of months ago
Let me
because it
just
was
go
on
look
sale
here.
again. My renewal is up in May, and I was hoping I was like getting close to the renewal. I was like, oh, Collins, there's going to be a sale here, and then luckily the sale happened. It's like, okay, I'm gonna
Look at
get
my
it again.
billing history. Collected 2017. It should be up in October 2018.
Okay.
So probably the 6th of October 2018.
okay, I know Derek, like, he cancelled his subscription, so he did.
Okay.
And because of the fact is, like, he hasn't enjoyed, like, like, their content, like, in a good 9 months, he said.
Yeah.
Which, like, I can understand. Like, to be honest, like, most of the features they're doing at the moment, they're not really particularly
Yeah,
fussed
most of the
on.
features are kind of gone. I don't know. They're kind of gone bad.
Like, I, I couldn't care about who's the big boss.
Yeah, who's the big boss? Star
Like,
Spangled Bombers, I don't
oh,
really care about.
well, it got cancelled anyway because of,
Yeah,
so it did.
like I'm looking here. I like
Like,
Exquisite Corpse,
like I
like
have,
that I still watch. I don't Ranking of
yeah,
Fighters, I
I've
don't
like dropped
care.
off it a lot. Yeah, I don't care about any of the West Coast
Hmm.
stuff really. Most of the stuff they do, I just could not care less about because most of the people there, I don't really particularly care about.
Yeah.
Like maybe Jeff's really the only one I just have any sort of, but other than that, I just don't really care about
Hmm.
any of them per se.
Yeah.
And East hasn't really been doing that great either though.
Yeah, the East, I don't know.
Like I have dropped it. Like say who's the big boss, don't really care about it.
I thought they were gonna do an Assassin's Creed like thing, but they only did one episode, which sucks. I wanted them to go into that, but yeah, they didn't. They didn't follow up. So Exquisite Corpse, which has been lasting for what, over a year now. So
Yeah, it's been going on quite some time
yeah,
now, hasn't it? Not to check
like
when the
they
first
go
one
and they stop,
started.
and then they go and they stop for a while, and then they go again.
Yeah, like I was going there and then like a far flipping good, yeah, good few a month or two or so.
Yeah,
Just stopped.
I
It's
know they're close to the end, but yeah, they should finish that and do something else for God's sakes.
yeah, I was there. It was like November 20th, and then like the next episode wasn't until January 29th, so pretty much like two
Yeah,
months.
yeah, that's kind of weird that they do that, but yeah, I don't think they're gonna do anything during the
Yeah,
summer. But
it is. It is. It is. It's coming up a year. The prologue was August 4th. It was
okay,
posted. So fuck what, it is coming up a year since that's been going.
yeah, that's nuts.
I think the only other feature that sort of went on not long was, but it went like had off periods. So, but like was like Metal Gear Scanlan.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I don't know. There's some stuff I don't really follow on that site, so like Abby gets on my nerves, so I don't really follow what she does. But yeah, the West is kind of boring. Everything they do is kind of, yeah. I don't really care. So
Like I was what Derek was saying as well on Twitter though. Like, what would it have been like if Ryan didn't pass away?
I think they lost a lot of like I don't know if it's because they hired uh Abby and Ben, but I don't know. It's kind of went gone downhill since uh Drew and Patrick and they when they all left. I don't know.
Yeah, like when I wasn't particularly a big fan of Patrick when he first joined though, but I actually grew to
Hmm.
like him. And then when he actually did leave, I was kind of a bit sad. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna miss him because I actually enjoyed the Bomb in the
Yeah.
AM show that he and Alex did there, and a lot of people do like. Oh, like I just never really like. He wasn't really there long enough for me to like get used to him. I guess Austin, like he was only there for a year, pretty much,
Pretty much, yeah.
and then he left. Yeah, I don't mind him now. Like I don't like. He seems good. He seems to be doing a good job over at
Hmm.
Waypoint now. Um, but yeah, but yeah, I'm not really like yeah. Since Drew left, not there. Like I actually do miss Drew a lot. Uh, but yeah, like the last like year hasn't been particularly memorable. Like I didn't really particularly care about Game of the Year awards this year, and I usually love
Yeah,
listening to
Game of the
them
Year this year
podcasts,
was kind
but
of bad, to be honest.
it was pretty lazy. Um, I just think Abby on it. I hope she improves this year, but just the way she went on this year kind of got on my nerves and got on a lot of people's nerves.
Yeah.
Where she just pretty much kind of tried to shout over everyone and just basically make sure that her opinion was the only one that mattered. Just try to get her way of things and stuff like that. It just seemed to be the way of things.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where that's going, where everything is going. I don't know. But yeah, the site is slowly going downhill, to be, in my opinion. It's kind of slowly going. It's becoming bad. And now with the anime stuff, I don't know how that's going to work, how they're going to do it. I'm not a huge fan of anime at all, so I don't know what they're going to do with that. So I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see.
I listened to the All Systems Goku podcast. So
Okay.
I do listen to it now. Even though I haven't watched any of those episodes they're talking about though. But I know sort of the gist of certain arc sagas anyway. Like I know what happens at the end of the Cell Game saga and what they're on at the moment though. Like going to the Cell Game saga, I know that Gohan is the one who defeats Cell for good and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see what happens in the future. So get back on track here and talk about what we want to talk about. Anything else you played or?
yeah, there's a few games here I'll talk about. Just Crash Bandicoot, because I said I got the Insane trilogy, and I played through the first Crash Bandicoot game, and it's just Crash Bandicoot with a nice glossy makeover. So it is not really much to say about it there, though I did finish it. I'm actually trying to go for the platinum in it as well.
Okay.
And I've got most of the trophies. The only ones that are going to be tricky are like the only ones that's tricky now is the sort of time trial ones. Like you have to get 26. One of the trophies is to get 26 relics gold or better. That's the only one that'll probably give me a bit of trouble. I think I've got like 3 trophies left. That's one of them. The other one's to get all the gems. And then the other ones, like, I haven't done it, but it's just easy enough. It's like just miss a lot of boxes in a stage. So just basically replay a stage and then just go through it without hitting any of the crates or boxes or whatever. But yeah. Did you ever play any of the Crash Bandicoot games?
I haven't.
Nope. Yeah, there's basically like, simple 2/3D platformers. Actually, I did like that. I liked the second and third ones a lot, so I did back then. The PS1. Haven't yet to play them. I played Mega Man 2 and 3 mainly because I don't know if you watched it now, but did you watch the video of Up Up Down Down where Austin played through the Mega Man 11 demo?
No, I haven't.
Okay. He played the Mega Man 11 demo at E3 with Tim Curry, and I watched it, and then I had Legacy Collection already downloaded, and that kind of got me in the mood to go back and finish Mega Man 2 because I had a save point at that game near the end, and I went back and finished it. Then I started on 3, and then I beat the 8 Robot Masters in 3, and then I'm on the second stage of, it's not really Dr. Wily though, because I think you beat the 8 Robot Masters, then you have to do these 4 stages, 4 of the stages of the kind of robot, and then you fight pretty much 2 of each stage. You fight 2 of the boss Robot Masters from the previous game, Mega Man 2. And then I think you probably do Dr. Wily stages after that then. But yeah, that's Mega Man. Like, they're great old school side-scrolling action shooters, pretty much. Platformers, you might want to say. I bought Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 HD Remix. I actually want to get this for the longest time now, because since Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out in 6 months' time, or actually less than 6 months now, I actually want to play through the entire series. And although I already played through the first and second one, I want to play through them again since it's been so long. I played about 15-20 hours of one final mix, and I'm currently have to go to Neverland, which is not that far from the end now. I think it's Neverland, then it's Hollow Bastion, then it's like the final area, but there's a bunch of other stuff that I want to do. Like, I want to fight the sort of extra bosses that this game had that the original didn't have, and stuff like that now. So I'll probably be playing it for another 20-30 hours to level up and be powerful enough to tackle these bosses on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like, it's Kingdom Hearts. It's 60 frames per second on PS4, which is pretty cool because the original did not. But yeah, just like this, I really liked this game back in the day. Now I played on the PS2. Playing this here one now, this one does not age well. Like, I'll probably go play the second one, in the future, and I'll probably enjoy that one more because the combat in this one's very. And I actually realized as well, this game's pretty hard. I don't know if it's because of this final mix version made it a bit harder though, but sometimes I actually don't remember it being as hard as it. I don't remember it being as hard. Like, I fought Ursula, the antagonist from Little Mermaid. Her second form in that boss took me a few goes because it's just so fucking ridiculous. Because she does these attacks, like this lightning attack. You're swimming, and you don't have like a dodge mechanic like you do when you're land, when you're just basically walking around as normal Zora. But in this one, you're swimming around. You're pretty much a merman, and trying to dodge them, you can't even dodge them properly. You have to fucking like run and stuff like that. They're just really fucking annoying. But yeah, that's Kingdom. Like, I'll definitely be playing more of it though. I've gone back to Final Fantasy 14. I resubscribed again. But I'm not going to spend this. I've resubscribed to it again. I want to do the content of it now. That's it. But finally, I'll probably talk about this for a bit, and then we can move on. Octopath Traveler, which is the new RPG from Square Enix that is coming out next week. There's a prologue demo of it out at the moment that I downloaded a few weeks ago, but I've not yet didn't play it until yesterday. It's a sort of very old school looking. Well, it's a kind of modernized version of an old school looking old school RPG. It's very reminiscent of like the way it works. Like the models themselves kind of look like 2.5D. It's kind of like a diorama set, so it is. It's done by the guys that did Bravely Default as well. And the prologue demo is you can choose one of 8 characters. You can play as like a clerk, a scholar, or whatnot. Now, I chose a hunter, she's called Hannit, apostrophe Annit.
Okay.
And you go through her little prologue sort of story. You're in like this village, and you're sort of waving goodbye to your like master, and he goes away on this big hunt now, and then you're just back in the village, and then you have to rescue, you have to save, you have to go and take care of this monster that sort of came about and killed a bunch of these people outside your village now. And I done that bit now, which is kind of like the first kind of opening hour, and then I'm outside the village now, and then just have to go where to next, which is also as well like I can go one of 2 ways. Whereas I can go to the left to recruit one of the other characters, because it doesn't matter which one you choose one of them, and then I think you go around the land and recruit the other characters in the story. So you do anyway, but it just depends on who you choose, and you start at a different area in the game anyway, depending on who you choose. Chosen. I chosen the hunter. The battle system is quite. Is interesting. It's just like a sort of old school, like
I'm a hunter where I can summon, I can capture animals now, like capture the enemies you come across, where I attack them, and basically once they're like weak enough, I can capture them and have a chance of success, 67% or 100% or whatever. And once I capture them, I'm able to use them for a limited number of times and attack an enemy then. And like I attacked this, yeah, I got this like kind of like squirrel looking character, like this pig character, actually the pig mossy mump I think it's called. It's basically, it restores your health. Or another character who's like this forest mocking or something, I forget the name of it. Basically shoots an arrow, and there's like two versions of it. One of them is just shoots one arrow, another one shoots out all out, like if there's like two or three enemies on the screen, it shoots arrows to all of them rather than just like the one now. And you can capture them. You say you can use them as a limited number of times, and then once you used up all their number of times, then they're gone. Then, but you can you fight them numerous times. You can just capture more. You can have like different numbers of them. Like you can have two sets of like monster one, and you can have like a bunch of times you can heal them before they disappear. Also, you have like an actual, I think it's like a cat, Linda, and you can use it. You use to attack it as well. And also, and like the enemies are vulnerable to certain attacks. Like a certain enemy might be vulnerable to your bow and arrow. So if you attack with them, and they have like a shield, like an armor thing. So say they have an armor of 1, and if you attack them with like I said the arrow and they're weak against it, that goes down 1, and then therefore they're like break, which means they're basically stunned, which basically means you get another shot to attack again. And also the thing as well, there's like a boost mechanic which gives you like more attack power or whatever. So like you can use it straight ahead. Like I've got attack, I can put it up to ×2. But if I use it now, I can't boost again the next turn. So I have to wait till the turn after to boost again. But if I say I attack this monster normally and don't use the boost, then I can boost it up to ×3 next turn, or even then ×4. So basically, say I attack this monster twice using a waking it down to like 0 then from the shield. Then I'm basically okay. Now I can use ×4, so I can attack this monster 4 times with my bow and arrow or with my axe or whatnot now. Therefore, I can hit it 4 times. Therefore, damage it and weaken it a lot more than I would if I just attacked it once. And also, of course, your hunter has skills. You can unlock like I have one as the thunder's like shot bolt pretty much as well. So and some enemies are weak to it now and stuff like that. It's a really cool battle system. I really dig the battle system now. Like I don't know what the other characters are like now, what their things are like now. But I definitely like the hunter class and the different abilities it has with the capturing monsters and using its different attacks now and stuff like that. I'm definitely getting this game. That demo sold me on it. I'm definitely getting it next week, and it'll probably be a game I'll probably play through my time off. But yeah, it's definitely if you're into like your kind of old school RPGs, it's definitely one worth picking up. Like I said, there's a demo. You can play it. It's like you can play it up to 3 hours before like it stops. So you can try to get to a certain point, and then you can. So it'll stop then. I've played like roughly an hour thus far, so I can have another 2 hours to play before I can have to sort of stop and wait till the full game comes out. But yeah, I definitely recommend checking it out if you're into their old school RPGs. It's very good. I really liked it. It's the first time I've seen this, though. It just looks very, and I love the look of it. So I do. And the music is very, very good.
Okay. Cool.
That's pretty much it. You should check it out.
I will.
So
I will.
there's a demo.
I'll try to fit it into the schedule somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, it's out next Friday. busy day for me because that's also the day Incredibles 2 comes out here.
Yeah. You still there? Okay, you cut
Yeah, I'm
off.
still
Like
here.
it cut off. I didn't hear the rest of what you said.
I just said it's a busy day next Friday, because that's the day Incredibles 2 comes out.
Okay. Okay, cool. So
So that's pretty
all right.
much it then.
Any other games or no? Nothing.
No,
All right.
that's all
I
that's all
probably
I have
missed one
I've
on my
talked.
side, but I can't remember really what I played besides that. So uh, if I remember, I'll probably talk about it in the next podcast. So we'll see. No, 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 no. What else? What do we want to talk about? We want to talk about Glow a little bit on
Yes,
Netflix.
we'll talk a bit about Glow before we wrap things up here. I think that's probably the only thing we've really been
Yeah, well, I
watching
watched
though.
a couple of
Well,
a couple of
besides like
things, but yeah, that's the main stuff.
yeah, like besides like wrestling and stuff
Yeah,
like that now that we usually watch though, but we're not going to talk
no,
about
it's not
wrestling
worth
here.
it.
No one likes wrestling
Yeah,
apart from us two around in our
and there's
parts.
nothing really important happening, so whatever. Yeah. So
Yeah, like I don't watch Raw or
yeah, me neither.
SmackDown anyway though. Although I know Raw's been looking at Raw and the results, so it just seems to be pretty
Yep.
lazy at the moment. Like it just seems to that Roman Reigns is being continued to get shoved down people's
Continue
throats.
to be pushed, having 2 matches
Yeah,
per thing, and I don't know.
yeah.
They want people to take him as a hero, but we really don't. So we don't care.
Being shoved down the throats is not going to help
Nope.
matters.
It's even worse than matters, so that's exactly what's gonna happen. But yeah, Glow has to do with wrestling, actually. So it's the gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
Yeah, the second season came out there Friday a week ago, so it did. June
Yep.
29th. I was very much looking forward to this though because I watched the first season pretty much over a span of a couple of days because I just really
Mhm.
enjoyed it. And I pretty much did the same thing
Yep.
here. I watched the first 3 episodes the day it came out, and then I watched the rest of the season the day
Yeah.
after.
Yeah, you pretty much almost binged watched the entire thing.
Yeah. And like I said to you on Twitter, though, the reason why it was so easy because it's the fact is these are only like 30 odd minutes, 30 odd
Yeah.
minutes each, whereas most other Netflix shows tend to be roughly 45
Yeah,
minutes
that
to
kind
an
of
hour.
helps for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely the big plus for this compared to other Netflix shows or other shows in general that are like an hour
Yeah, I think
long.
the last episode's a little longer.
Yeah, it's like 45
Yeah.
minutes or something. I think. Yeah, it's longer than the other ones, but yeah, for the most part they're roughly like 30
Hmm.
minutes each.
So what did you think of the season?
I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I thought it was really good though. I like a lot of people pretty much share my sentiment that they fucking love
Yeah,
episode
it
8.
was.
I think episode 8 is the best in this. I just love the fact that they went and actually did that. That was pretty cool that they actually sort of did the film like a did a proper
Proper
did
episode.
it in this form of a proper episode of the series, which
Yeah.
is pretty awesome, and I really
Yeah,
enjoyed
that was
that
great.
there.
That was really good. Except for the very, very, very
Like it was
ending. It's pretty much a show, entire show of Glow, like a show like a show, an episode of the show that you would watch. It's really cool, really well made. I enjoyed it. But yeah, yeah, that has to be the best episode. I think it started off a little slow. Like it was like, okay, well, starting off like chugging along, but then it got really good towards the a little bit before. I would say maybe 5 or 6, episode 5 or 6. It starts getting really good, and then from 7 on, it's really fantastic. Like everything that happens is pretty great. So very enjoyable.
Yeah, like I think was it episode it was episode 6 now at the end where thing is, well, it's a bit spoilers though, so
Yeah.
sorry if you haven't watched it yet, but it's when she breaks her ankle or whatever, or sprains her ankle.
Well,
isn't it?
the other girl just fucking
When
breaks
she, like,
breaks it, not breaks it, but you know, like
yeah,
twists it and almost breaks it up, but breaks it, but
yeah,
yeah, she sprained her ankle, pretty much. So
she just maybe sprains her ankle though, like you just hear the cracks, like don't
yeah, the
die,
episode
like,
ended,
I didn't
it's like,
actually,
and then it goes to black.
yeah, just like, and goes screams, yeah,
I knew
yeah,
something
it's
was
no
gonna happen. I was certain. As soon as she starts taking the like the cocaine, I was like, yep, something's gonna happen.
yeah, that's right, yeah, she
Debbie,
definitely, she took the cocaine
either she
before.
hurts herself or she hurts somebody else. So
Right, she hurts. Yeah, she hurts, and she hurt Ruth by breaking, no, but shattering something. No, luckily she didn't like completely. And then like, the episode 8, then she was playing as twins then,
yep,
Zoe and I forgot the name of this.
yeah, the good twin. Yeah,
'Cause that's the name of the episode,
yep,
the good twin. And then how like the different wee storylines were. Britannica, the black magic, their characters basically say, "I want your brains. I'll turn your mannequin into a real gay if I want, because I want, if you give up your
yeah,
brains and stuff like that." And then she said, I'm gonna save my brains onto a floppy disk."
yeah. That was really good. It was
Yeah, and then fucking at the end, and then at the end of that one, she remembers, because she had a little wee string thing on her finger to show, to try to, so she knows she has to remember something. And then up at the end, she fucking takes the floppy disk and shoves it up a certain private
yeah,
area, I guess.
exactly. That was weird. I was like, okay, it was supposed to be a children's show, but they actually, you know, they showed that, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, like one of the episodes was they had to do like a public service announcement thing, because they were getting complaints.
The PSA, yeah.
And they did like a whole set, yeah, public service announcement, and like with a teen
Yeah,
pregnancy, wasn't it?
yeah, they had to do that.
And also there was a few wrestling cameos at the end,
Yep,
with Chavo
Chavo Guerrero and
Jr.
Carlito.
and
Yep,
Carlito. Yeah, who are Chavo Guerrero, who is the one who
yep,
trained him. He's the trainer in the series behind the
exactly.
scenes, so he is. And Carlito was in the first series as well. In the
Yeah,
first season as
he's a
well.
brother of Machu Picchu.
Yeah,
So, yep,
who took his move, showed Paul Austin, and he was
no,
not too happy about it. And that's the reason why they came here, just because they were on the radio, and he basically said it to them, and then
they show up.
show up and say, okay, you okay if you get some airtime. That was pretty much, because it was like a whole wedding thing was the
Yep,
finale, and because they were basically considered they're going to get kicked off or something, because that's so Debbie and Bash were trying to get people to be interested in the show so that they could buy the show.
yep,
For another like network, so, and that's like, and the whole wedding thing was this whole wedding episode thing at the end was just trying to get the interest of people who showed up and get them to sell the show to the other networks, but unfortunately they couldn't, because they signed a contract meaning that KDTV owned the rights to the
yep,
characters. And then find out that at the end they're going elsewhere. They're heading eastward to a certain
yep.
Sin City.
They're going to do a live show in Vegas. So,
Yeah. So I'm very much interested to see what this next
yep,
season's going to be like.
it's already been announced.
Uh,
Season 3's already been announced. So,
yeah. Okay. Well, of course, they can't just end it there. And I was like,
yeah,
fuck that.
exactly.
No way. I want to see
Nobody
more.
knows what happens.
The only thing it does kind of suck though is it's only like 10 episodes, because I'd go for maybe like 15 or something, or even like 12
Yeah,
13 or something, because there's certain, like, I just kind of want to watch more of it. A guy on my Twitter, so he's like, he watched it though and loved it, and I asked him what was his favorite episode, and he said definitely episode 8, and I said
Yeah.
that was also my favorite. I could easily watch a few more episodes like that, and he basically
Yeah.
said, "Me too."
Oh yeah, episode 8 was fantastic. I wish they would
Yeah,
do more of them in that fashion. That would be really great. I would love that for
yeah.
sure.
Because like it's just so cheesy, but like
Yeah.
80s cheese, pretty much like something you'd expect to see on like a show like that back
Yeah.
in the 80s.
Exactly.
This is just so well done. So it was, I just really
Like
enjoyed it.
cheesy, some stuff was really cheesy, like storyline wise in the 80s, even for the men's wrestling. So you know, it's
Yeah,
kind of fits with the era and everything. So that's cool. But they won't do that anymore because now it's going to be a live show. There's no camera, there's no setting up or anything. So I don't know how they're going to handle that. That should be.
yeah. Like that's why I'm curious to see what the next season's
Hmm.
gonna be like now. If they're just doing like live show things now in like Vegas.
Yeah, there's all these little storylines with different characters going on. Like Bash got married to Britannica, and
Yeah, it's like his like his butler
yeah,
died.
and he didn't want to be alone, so I think that's why he married her. And so
Yeah, because he was actually planning to marry like a
yep,
fan who is the guy from, I think it's the guy who was in the
yeah,
Sandland kid.
it is him.
Yeah,
Like she needs a green card to stay in the USA because she's getting deported. So
yeah. She was living there. And that's where she went to, and then she went to the office or something to get it sorted out, and then basically said, "Nope, you have
yep.
to leave within 7 days or whatever it was."
And then they decide, okay, why don't you marry a fan or something? Yeah, she ends up marrying Bash instead. So that's how that go.
Yeah,
That's how that goes. I think every actor in that series is fantastic. I mean, they all have their own. Like Mark Maron is like above everybody else, and of course the what's her face, the main girl. Yeah,
Alison
Sabri.
Brie.
Yeah, I think those two are like above all the others, but the others are also very good actresses.
Yeah, each of them. Yeah, everyone plays their
Yeah,
part well.
exactly.
Like Kate Nash, she's Britannica. She's actually is British now. She's a British
Hmm.
singer, so she was a singer, so
Yeah, and you have real
she was in
wrestler
like
in there, and uh, yeah,
Kia
Kay
Stevens,
Stevens, who used to be Awesome
Awesome
Kong.
Kong.
So
Yeah,
yeah, you have a real wrestler in there, and that's pretty cool. I mean, everybody from different walks of life get in there and do their stuff, and they're very good at it. So that's what makes that show really good. I mean, Mark Maron is just fucking. He could be a fucking asshole, and then he could be like a really good guy. And I also like what's her name? The blonde chick that's up against that plays the American man. I'm forgetting the names here. Liberty Bell. Yeah,
Liberty Bell, like Betty
yeah.
Gilpin. That's the name of the
But
actress.
her name in the show, Debbie. Yeah, Debbie
Debbie
Egan. Yeah.
Egan.
She's like a real bitch, like most of the time. Like there's some episodes I fucking hated her and everything. Like when Alison Brie goes to her and says, I was, hit on by the executives, and she gets all shitty with her.
She gets all pissed
Yeah,
about it though. So you just fucked us
yeah.
all over now.
The
Yeah,
one time you should
and
have
also
spread
the
your
fact,
legs, you didn't do it.
yeah, like yeah, and also she had like a date. She wanted to go out with the camera
Yeah,
guy, and she just basically stayed there doing editing stuff or something like that, whatever it was, and her narrating. I think for the
yeah,
PSA, wasn't
exactly.
it, or something along those lines. She basically kept going and going and going, sort of hindered that
Yep.
there as well. But then they actually did end up getting together
Yeah,
in the end. Although I'm gonna see how that pans out.
yeah, with
I'm
Mark
curious to
Maron and
see if
everything.
Yeah, Sam, like he kind of has a notion of roof. It's so it does because you see that sort of going, spreading, see that sort of bubbling up throughout the seas. You kind of see that he knows he has a thing for
Yeah, how
roof,
the whole love thing
and
is
then
gonna go that way.
yeah, and then not his daughter's
Yeah,
prom. He wanted to go for the kiss and got
exactly.
denied.
So yeah, that'll be interesting to see how that goes in the that next season, how it all pans out. But yeah, it's a very good show. It started off slow, but ended up really good. I really enjoyed it for sure. So anticipating the next season.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's another year out. Unfortunately, so probably
Yeah,
won't see it until this time next year either.
sadly. Do you have other
Uh,
stuff to talk about? Because I have to go soon, so I just wanted to know if you have to.
uh, I don't think I
We've also
do
been
now.
going for 3 hours and 15 minutes, so so
Yeah,
that's why.
I actually didn't expect to go
Yeah,
this long.
exactly. So nothing else.
No, I think that's pretty much it now. Like next episode, I'll probably have a lot to talk about because it'll probably be sometime after Shenmue 2 and Shenmue 1 and 2 and Yakuza
Yeah,
comes out now. Because there's no point doing one like at the start of next month now because
yeah.
I'll have not much
It's pretty
else to
much
talk
nothing.
about. I'll basically be playing, yeah, be mostly the same games. I'll be just basically talking about more of Octopath
Yeah,
Traveler and that there. And games I'm already currently playing at the
exactly.
moment.
So yeah, we'll end it here. So thank you everybody for listening. Thank you, Darren, for being here and talking about all those games and stuff. And I will probably play.
Talking
Yeah.
your ear off
Well, we both did.
often.
We both did it. So I'll probably
No, I think I did
yeah.
more than others. Did
I'll
more than
probably play
yourself.
Bayonetta. We'll see how that goes. I'm kind of interested in Technomancer just to see what it is. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, actually, I got it myself there. I think it
Yeah,
was
I think he
Darren gave me
gifted
it
it
or
to you. Yeah.
something. Yeah, he gifted it to me. Yeah, I haven't played it yet though. I downloaded it then played like about 5 minutes
Okay.
ago, but I just deleted it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just probably try it out though. It's one of those. It's done by the guys that was it Mars Warlords
Yeah.
game,
Yeah.
whatever, Spider. So it's probably gonna be one of those kind of you know.
Apparently, it's really tough. It's really hard. Apparently, so we'll see.
It's gonna be one of those kind of those flawed
Tough
RPGs or
type
something.
RPG.
Cause
You kind of cut off a lot, so I didn't hear what you said there at the end. But yeah. So yeah, well, we'll come back and talk about that maybe mid-August or something when I'm on vacation or something. Come back.
yeah, mid to
Yeah.
mid August. Yeah, yeah. Because I definitely want to hear what your thoughts are on Bayonetta. Just go
Yeah.
play it, Dennis. Just fuck everything else. Go play
Okay.
Bayonetta.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. So thank you everybody for listening, and we will see you in August. So have a good summer and take care.
Bye.